1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 Yes, yes, yes. I see the chat has started. It is very lively. I see. I see YouTube is trolling me, saying that I have what's that? 500,000 subs. I wish it were true, Ped. I wish it were true. I wish it were true. But alas, that is not the case. Where are we? Where are we? Late Aaron Mason. Yes. Okay. Okay. What are the numbers? Okay. Smash that like button, folks. Smash that like buttons. We're warming in. Yeah. It was a bit hectic for me today. Let me check my levels. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, looks good. It was a bit hectic for me today, but nevertheless, I made it a couple minutes late. Okay. First and foremost, let me start the music. Where's the mouse? There we are. Okay. Let's get some volume. Okay, that's how we started. That's how we started here. Let me have a look what's going on. Okay. For anyone who has not been here before, this is Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. That's the name of the channel. And the name of the show is Live Boxing Talk with Raphie, the 22nd edition. Let me get straight into the chat before we do our warming video. We talk boxing here. We have a number of subjects. Here is the topic sheet that I will be using. So we're going to go through a few things tonight. Okay. Let me see what people are saying. Ped is in the house. What's happening, guys? What's happening, Ped? Hope we get some good callers in tonight. A game. Very possible, Ped. Very, very possible. 1 2 1 2. Cal L is early in the building. How's it going, bro? There's a video of Fury's press conference, which I have not seen yet. I guess I could pull it up and not show you guys. Also throw me off, like I threatened to do the other time. Look like nobody knew what to do. Jem J in the building. Oh, is that what he's... Oh, I didn't see that comment. I have a number of moderators, and that is not their job, my dear fellow. And nor is it your job, my dear fellow. Jem J is some very rude statement, which I will have to remove. We don't cater for that type of behavior, Mr. Jem J. Very rude, very rude. Jem J with some unfortunate statements, most ungentlemanly. He's a guy from the USA, from the TBV, for those who know what that means. Aaron Mason in the building. Let's go, Darth Vader. TommyTemper is in the building. What's this about Jem quitting in Border Wars? What's the story behind that? What's the story about Jem quitting in Border Wars? What's going on there? The local TBV resident. Resident Evil. He took a knee. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Jon Snow. Ped says, Raphie, it says you have 437,000 subs. YouTube is trolling you, my friend. YouTube is trolling us. It is not 500,000. I wish. I wish. Okay, we have warmed in with the hellos. It's hidden, my friend. It's hidden, Aaron. It's hidden. The subscriber count is hidden. Okay, so we've done the pleasantries. We've done the pleasantries, and as we all know by now, as you will know by now, people who are squadron members, we like to warm in. We like to warm in with a video. Let me go here. No, don't want to do that. We like to warm in with a video. One that I made earlier. So let's do that. Allow people to come in, populate the area, and then we get to the topic sheet. So let's select one. It's going to be retro, an old school one. Let me pick. Let me pick. Okay, I think I found one. I think I found one. Wow, that's interesting. I've just picked a video and it says at the top, Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio is live now. I didn't know it did that. I didn't know it did that. That's interesting. Okay, we selected the video. We selected the video of choice. Let me select the speed. Speed it up a little bit. And let me share with you. Screen share. Application window. Share. Okay. Okay. I'm loaded. It's loaded up. Let's share. Let's kill the music. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Yes. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio, with another one. So, Luis Ortiz has come out in the press saying that if Anthony Joshua doesn't fight him after his June 1st big baby Jarrell Miller fight in Madison Square Gardens, he's apparently a pussy. Those were Luis Ortiz's words. Now, Dillian White has a slightly different slant on the matter.
I wanted to fight Luis Ortiz live on pay-per-view here, main event. Me and him, two big dogs versus each other. He wanted to fight under Tyson Fury while undercard, which makes no sense. I'll pay him more money to fight here. It's mine and his main event together. Why are you going to fight someone else undercard? Makes no sense.
So, makes no sense, according to Dillian White. Dillian White offered Luis Ortiz the opportunity to be a headline in the UK for more money than he was be getting fighting on the undercard of the Fury Wilder 1 fight. But Luis Ortiz, his eternal wisdom, opted to decline that offer. And then, according to Dillian White, Luis spun the story that no, I didn't get the offer. I didn't get the offer. So let's move on with this story.
I think AJ kind of said the same thing in terms of he started to speak up saying he wanted to fight after Big Baby Miller kind of signed. So
You want to do what?
So, like I said originally, Anthony Joshua said that Big Baby Miller only responded to the offer after he knew that AJ had signed to fight Big Baby Gerald Miller. So, but yet, after the event, Ortiz comes out saying Joshua's a pussy. Does that really make any sense? Let us move on.
saying
Luis Ortiz is a clown, man. He's a clown. Out for the fact we said match before Dave Allen and Mike Scott.
So, there seems to be a pattern of behavior from Luis Ortiz. He calls fighters duckers, amongst other things, after he declines to respond to their offers. So it makes you wonder where he learned that technique from. There is another guy in the heavyweight division who has a habit of ducking offers or not responding to offers once they've been made by Anthony Joshua. Write your comments in for the competition. Who is the guy that once he's received an offer for Anthony Joshua, ignores the offer, and then once Joshua signs to fight somebody else, he comes out with a statement, oh, Joshua's ducking me, Joshua's this, Joshua's that. So Luis Ortiz has learned this technique from another man. Can you tell me who that man is? I know, and I think you know. It's Raphie Dawkins, Combat Radio. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm out.
Yes. Let me stop sharing now. Let me stop sharing now. Boom. Bring the music back in. Okay. Okay, we good. Okay. We've warmed in. 13 watching. Okay. It's time to move on. We've done all the warming in we need. Let's start the show. Okay. Okay. Right. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Okay, let's get some audience participation. Johnny Blaze in the building. Big up. Smash it. Smash it. Okay, let's go. So, Josh, get this smoke. Hold on. How did okay, get this smoke is in the building. Where is oh that guy. Yes, good evening. Get this smoke. Good evening to you. Now this is an interesting thing. Get this smoke has just said. Did you hear Wilder made 30 million on the Forbes list? 30 million in what period of time? And AJ made 40 million from fighting and 10 million in endorsements over the last 12 months. Over the last 12 months. Well, who is Wilder fought in the last 12 months? He fought Fury. Fought Fury late last year. What was that, December? Who did he fight before Fury? What did he fight? Did he fight Ortiz at the beginning of 2017? 2018? Whiskey, Dragon, and Fly. If Andy wins in the UK, will Casual Brits jump on Ruiz's? If Andy wins in the UK, will Casual Brits jump on Ruiz's bandwagon? Why? We have the best roster of heavyweight fighters in the world. The whole world. That's my answer to Whiskey Dragonfly, who says if Ruiz wins in the UK, will Casual Brits jump on Ruiz? Why in damnation? Why in damnation would Brits need to jump overboard and go to support Ruiz when we have an abundance, the biggest abundance of heavyweight talent in the world? The biggest abundance of heavyweight talent exists right here in the UK. We're not just talking about top line established guys. We're talking about the guys on the come up. There is an abundance of talent in the UK. We got guys like Joyce coming up. We got guys like Dubois coming up. We got guys like Gorman coming up. There is an abundance of riches. An abundance of riches right here for heavyweight boxing on the shores of the UK. June to June. Okay. 30 mil. Well, he got I don't see how Wilder made 30 mil. He got 10 mil max for Fury. Who else did he fight? Then he fought Brazil just now. Got an estimated 10 mil. Where did the other 10 mil come from? I don't know. These guys inflate you know, these magazines inflate the figures. You have to be careful. I mean, good luck to the guy. He's making some money at last. You know, he's moved up from his 1 mil and 2 mil paydays. So fair play to Wilder. He's moved up from the 1 and the 2 mil payday. So congratulations to the guy. But 30 mil, sorry, bro, I just can't see it. Wilder fought 3 times, says Aaron Mason. AJ fought once. Yeah, those figures, get this smoke, those figures seem somewhat inflated, my dear fellow. Somewhat inflated. I don't see him getting 30 million for 2 fights. I don't see it. Hey, I could be wrong. But I just don't see it. Nah, nada. No way, no how. TommyTemper says, get this smoke, prove your number. That's a fair comment. Get this smoke, show me your workings, boy. Show your workings. You know, whenever you used to do a math test, they always used to say at the side, show your workings. Show your workings. They never said, I smell bull. I smell bull. Not my numbers, Forbes. You know what? I'm going to pull up Forbes numbers and I'm going to share it with the chat. I'm going to share it with my peeps. Wilder. Forbes magazine. Wilder. Forbes magazine. Deontay Wilder. Forbes. Okay. Hold on. What is this? What the hell is this? It's a video. I don't want a video. Oh, no, it's not a video. It's a picture. That's fine. That's fine. That's a weird picture. But anyway. Huh? What is this? This is an old article. Let's get out of that. Let me... Wilder Forbes magazine 2019. 2019. Boom. Wilder reacted to Anthony Joshua's upset loss. Forbes. I'm not seeing anything on Forbes other than Anthony Joshua will lose in 20. Oh, yeah, that load of crapola. Forbes magazine predicts Anthony. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that Forbes magazine. Remember earlier on when Forbes magazine predicted Anthony Joshua to lose in 2019? Well, it was a guess. It was a guess. We all poo-pooed them. It was a guess. It was a bad guess. Yeah, I can't find nothing. I can't find Nathan, according to what you're saying, my friend. I'll leave that screen open just in case you come through with something else. And can I find myself? Okay, let me move myself up so I can know where I am. Let's kill that. Okay, right. Back here with the chat. So I can't find anything of the like, my good fellow, my good man. I can't find anything of the like from Get This Smoke. I can't find the article. What are you saying now? Yeah, show the link. Lane Evelyn said, yeah, show the link, my friend. Show the link. Not my numbers, Forbes. Johnny Blaze, 33 in the building. Whiskey Dragon, Joyce is trash. Whiskey Dragon, Joyce is trash, really? I don't know. There's once upon a time where I might have said he's overhyped, but not anymore. I see development. Joyce is not trash. He's not the quickest, he's not the slickest, but he's getting quicker and he's getting quicker and slicker. Joyce is getting quicker and slicker. Those are my words to you, Whiskey Dragonfly. All right, smash that like button, folks. Moderators, kindly remind the people. There's a discrepancy between the amount of people watching and the likes. Let's level up. Let's level up. Much appreciated, guys. I appreciate that. Keep on smashing it till the numbers make sense. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's getting there. We're leveling up. We're leveling up. Much appreciated. Moderators that periodically remind the people to like the like. Okay, Whiskey Dragon. He fought Ortiz in 2018 March. Johnny Blaze. Aaron Mason. So that would mean that AJ earns more than 3 times what Wilder makes per fight, if you believe those numbers. Indeed. Ortiz, Fury, then Breezel. Yeah. What's BoxRec? Where's BoxRec? Let me pull up BoxRec. I'm feeling investigative. Heavyweights. Heavyweights. BoxRec. BoxRec heavyweights. Where's Deontay Wilder? Okay, Deontay Wilder now number 2. Let's look. Let's look. Continue to sight. Let's look. Let us see. Right, so it was Dominic Breezel, his last fight. Tyson Fury, the one before that. That was the 12th. That was the first day, the 12th month, 2018. And Luis Ortiz. What's that? The 3rd of the 3rd. That's what? March. The 3rd of March, 2018. So he had 3 fights in 2018. So if that 30 million figure was correct, that would be 10 million per fight. Nah, nada. Made a few million for Ortiz. Maximum of 10 million for Fury. And allegedly 10 million for Breezel. Okay, so he could have made 25. If he got 4 million for Ortiz, he could have made 24. It's possible. It's possible. Could have made 24. I don't think he got 10 for Breezel, though. I don't think he got 10 for Breezel. Seems like an inflated figure. But anyway, who knows? Who knows? Right, so we've dealt with that first question, statement from Get This Smoke. I appreciate you bringing that in nonetheless. We've dealt with Whiskey Dragonfly saying Joyce is trash. Nah. I disagree, my friend. He says Joyce is slow and telegraphs his punch. What if he telegraphs his punch? How come they always land? His accuracy rating is good. If Joyce telegraphs his punch, how come they always land? He has a high land rating. So there must be some kind of disconnect. Maybe he's a bit faster than he looks. Maybe he looks slower on TV than he does when you're actually facing him in the ring. Because he is very, very accurate. And those alleged slow punches, those punches that look so slow, they tend to land. Mr. Whiskey Dragon Fly. June to June, Wilder and AJ both fought twice. June to June, okay. Hey, Nelvin says, well, if that's true, the tax man will be coming for Wilder, coming after his ass. Aaron Mason, I find it hard to believe. Anyways, as Wilder's team never released any info on what Wilder got for Breezel. And he got 4 million purse for Fury. Yeah, it was in the region of that, wasn't it? Well, that was the guarantee. You got a 4 million guarantee, did you not? But, on top of the guarantee, then one would expect to get some more than the guarantee. But that was a 4 million guarantee. Raph, What is the Euro media sports climate coming off of Joshua's 4 knockdown quit? Oh, quit. Well, first, okay, so let me read that. So Whiskey Dragonfly says, let me go and check out Whiskey Dragonfly. Let's have a look at Whiskey Dragonfly. Let me search Whiskey Dragonfly. Let's get investigative. Let's go to YouTube and look for Whiskey Dragonfly. Because I never heard of this cat before. No, I'm looking for Whiskey Dragonfly. Okay, let's do it a different way. Let's do this a different way. We have skills. Go to channel. Whiskey Dragonfly. Let's look for. Let's do this as a team. Let's do this as a team. Application window. Is this the cat? Is this the cat right here? Is this the cat? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Let's share this. Okay. Okay. So Whiskey Dragonfly, home, blank. Videos, blank. Playlists, blank. Channels, blank. Discussion, blank. About. Joined 14th of February, 2015. Yet every section is blank. So how come what you got? You posted no videos, you got no playlists, you got no channels, you got nothing. You got nothing. You like the Invisible Man? It doesn't show what channels you frequent, what channels you like, your favorites, or nothing. What's going on? I'm engaging in your I'm happy, but Whiskey Dragonfly, it's like I never heard of you, bro. I never heard of you. I've never seen you anywhere. You've been here for 3 years, 4 years, and your whole profile is blank. Is this an alternative profile? Have you got a main name that we might know? Whiskey Dragonfly, do you have a name? Yeah, bless up Padre al-Baghdadi. We're just looking at Whiskey Dragonfly. He's been asking a lot of questions and statements. Seems very bold, which is good. But when I go to his page, everything is blank. Whiskey Dragonfly, I'm glad you came to visit us, but do you have a main name that we may recognize you by? Is this a secondary or tertiary channel that you use? Do you have a main name? Do you have a main name that we might recognize you by? Whiskey Dragonfly. Because everything seems blank, bro. Everything's blank. Do you have a main name that some of us might recognize you by? Whiskey Dragonfly. Whiskey Dragonfly. Do you have another name that we might recognize you by? Whiskey Dragonfly? No, it's been here since February 2015. 2015. But anyway, that was an interesting exercise. I'm going to answer your question. I will answer your question, Whiskey Dragonfly. I will answer your question. Okay, there we are. There we are. What is the Euro philosophy? How does the Europe feel about AJ coming off the 4 knockdown? Well, for a start, if you've got up 4 times, that's not quitting. If you've got up 4 times, and that shows an intense desire to continue. It shows an intense desire to fight. It shows an intense desire to defend one's belts. Yeah. So how is that quitting? How is getting up 4 times quitting? In what language is getting up off the canvas 4 times quitting? Riddle me that. Whiskey Dragonfly. So obviously you get lovers and haters. To answer your question, you get lovers and haters. Obviously, I think the main feeling is shock. What the hell? Who the hell? How the hell? You heard me, didn't you? What the hell? Who the hell? How the hell? How did this happen? Was it something happening in training? Was it something that happened in the last week of training? Which we know because we saw the scarring on his face in the last week, a couple of days before the fight, a day or 2 before the fight. So we know something happened in the last week, something adverse. So you get the lovers, you get the haters, false alligators, and you get people who are, just confused. What the hell happened? I think all of those are natural human emotion. Some lovers, some haters, some just what the hell? What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? Sup, Padre? Does the UK have his back? Well, like I said, there's 3 categories. The people who support him, the people who hate him, and, I guess the people who are in the middle. I guess the casual fan. So those are your 3 categories. Get this smoke. Aaron Forbes. 2019 list of top earners. I don't know. Somebody else want to look that up for me? Helen Bond. Whiskey Dragonfly is pretty shy for a chat guy. He's pretty shy, but he seems bold at the same time, Helen. He's pretty shy when it comes to his page, but he seems pretty bold in the chat. Pretty bold. Aaron Mason says, who cares about the media? If people worried about the media, this country would be in some dire straits. Anthony Willis. What's good, Anthony? Good to have you in here. Whiskey Dragonfly. Is he TBV? Never heard of the guy. Nobody in here has heard of the guy. We know a lot of the names. We know a lot of the names to look out for, but Whiskey Dragonfly is a new one. Whiskey Dragonfly has changed his tune. He switched it up. He's saying now, okay, he didn't quit. AJ got hot, so now he's flip-flopping. Whiskey Dragonfly is flip-flopping. What are we to make of Whiskey Dragonfly? Interesting. Padre al-Baghdadi. The landlord walks with one and all. Pitt says it smells like Gem. I have my suspicions about who Whiskey Dragonfly really is. I have my suspicion. He's walking a fine, fine line. Whiskey Dragonfly, what name would we recognize you by? What is your recognized name, Whiskey Dragonfly? Sounds like something out of a Bruce Lee flick. I can just imagine Enter the Dragon. I think I'm in Enter the Dragon now, and I'm walking the courtyard. And Whiskey Dragonfly is hiding in the bushes. I cannot see him, but I can smell him. I sense him. I can smell the fear, the sweat, the pheromones. Whiskey Dragonfly. Who is he? Smells like JMJ to me, says Ped. The resident troll. The guy that quit. The guy that quit. Whiskey Dragonfly. But is the UK media turning their back on who is this idiot? Who is this imbecile? Whiskey Dragonfly. Yes, Red Glove. He sounds like somebody else who I'm not going to mention. I'm going to wait to see if that other person pops up. Can't you see the tone? But is the UK media turning their back on AJ? Can you not see the tone? Don't you know who it is? I think I know who it is. Red Glove Militant in the building. Yes. Joe 5698-4. Tom Schwartz is a beast. Beast of a man. Is he? Is he really? Helen Bond, he's not plastered over the papers or anything. No, that's correct. He's not plastered over the papers. No. He's still in New York. He is still over in New York. Get this smoke. Do you find it distasteful? Eddie says AJ's father attacked him over the chef and accommodations. Well, for a start, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. I love having you guys in here to misquote things. I watched the direct interview, Get This Smoke. Eddie Hearn said, I did a video on the video. So I know what he said. He said AJ's father was angry at his son's loss, and he was lashing out, not physically, but he was venting. He was venting on people. And that's AJ's father. And the camera just happened to catch the moment that AJ's father, Robert Joshua, was venting on Eddie Hearn himself. That's what he said. Padre al-Baghdadi with the jokes. Apostates turn their back. He's still the landlord. Get This Smoke comes out with a revelation. Get This Smoke is an overseas guy from California. No doubt an LDBC guy. And Get This Smoke says, I think AJ quit. Of course you think he quit. Well, my question to you is, how the hell does somebody get up off the canvas 4 times and quit? Getting up off the canvas 4 times in itself is an act of not quitting. Jordan Baker is in the building. We have another one. We have the invasion of the LDBC body snatchers. But John Dealey has come with the antidote. Yes, big up John Dealey in the house. TommyTemper says WDF. What does it stand for again? The Whiskey Boy? Whiskey Dragonfly. He's a trolling training. Yeah, he's a trainee troll. It seems that way. Sorry, Whiskey Dragonfly, but that's how you see him. And I think I know who you are just by the tone, just by your word, the way you word things. I think I know who you are. I think I know who you are, Whiskey Dragonfly. All right, I'm going to get to the topic sheet in a second. The chat is so active. Who has asked? Has anybody asked people to do the thing with the like button? Have they been asked? People, if you're in the chat and you have not done so already, or if you're just watching, I would greatly appreciate if you would just hit that like button. Hit it in the temple. Give it a body shot. top of the head, any which way you want to hit your mouse. Hit your mouse so it activates the like button. I would very much appreciate that. Moderators, if you could remind the people to hit that like button every now and then, that would be appreciated. Be back in a bit, no problem. Aaron Mason. Yes, John Dealey said, get this smoke. Ruiz won fair and square. Okay. Yes, John Dealey also says, Raph, everybody deserves a cherry. Everybody deserves a cherry every now and then. I object to too many cherries. AJ should have had some cherries. Okay. I'm going to the topic sheet. Thank you for the whiskey guy. Get Whiskey Dragonfly. Keep them coming, Whiskey Dragonfly. We're suspicious of you, but you might be legit. How do we know? Is there any interest in Fury's fight tomorrow? There is some interest. There's not much interest from me because I think that's a cherry too far. That's too much of a cherry. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Rabbit punched that like button. It's a ridiculous cherry. But anyway, let's get into the chat. And this is from me to you guys in the chat. What is your level of interest? 1 being very little to 10 being very high in the Josh Warrington Kid Galahad fight. Give it a low blow. So I'll repeat the question going out to the chat. If 1 is very low and 10 is very high, what is your interest level in the Josh Warrington v. Kid Galahad fight? Put your number down. Put your number down. Between 1 and 10. One is very low. 10 is high. Okay, people are responding. Right. John Dealey says 4. Ped, that's low. Ped is 7. That's pretty high. TommyTemper is 5. That's middle of the road. Can take it or leave it. Christian Wu is in the chat. Big up. And he says 0. Padre al-Baghdadi says 6. So really, an average of those figures, what's that? That's lukewarm. It's lukewarm at best. Get this smoke 2.5. Okay, those figures are lukewarm at best. Okay, second poll, same topic. Second poll, yeah. Second poll, same topic. Who thinks Kid Galahad is going to win? Just write his initial. In fact, just write the initials of the person you think is going to win. That's even simpler. Write the initials of the person you think is going to win. Write the initials of the person you think is going to win. John Dealey is on the fence. Padre al-Baghdadi, Kid Galahad. What do you think Kid Galahad has got over Josh Warrington, Padre al-Baghdadi, and Ped? What do you think he's got over Josh Warrington? Get this smoke, Warrington. Boxing Jedi is in the building. Ped says Galahad has got more hunger. He's hungrier. He's got more hunger for the fight. There's more fight in the dog. Warrington, Gary Russell. Well, I mean, we don't know who's won the fight. I am your father. We don't know who's won the fight. Padre agrees with Ped. He's got the hunger. He's got the hunger. Warrington by stoppage in the 8th. Kid Galahad has better punching power. Josh Warrington, the better skills. It's a very difficult one to pick. It's a very difficult one to pick. Of course, Kid Galahad is with the Ingle gym. The face-off was intense. Galahad is with the Brendan Ingle gym. So that evasiveness is a skill in itself. Boxing Jedi said always pick skills. Indeed. Johnny Blaze 33 say smash that like button, and he's correct. He is right. Hit it hard. No, Marty Fieldman. I forgot to bring Marty Fieldman back. I said I was going to give him 24 hours out, but it turned out more to be 48. Turned out more to be 48 hours when I looked at the band list and I saw he was still on it. I thought I unhid him. I did unhide him, but he was still technically banned. So he got a 48. He got a 48 hour ban. But he is alive. We haven't seen him back yet. I don't know. I'm prepared to think Marty Fieldman was drunk. Okay, so my assessment, it's a 50-50. It's a top-up. You talk to people, everybody comes up with a different pick. It's really hard to separate the two. So, 50-50. I'm 50-50 on that one. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. Okay. Next topic. Kovalev versus Yard. In doubt. Okay, I'm going back to the chat. What is your interest in the Kovalev versus Yard fight? 1 being very little to nil. 10 being very high. So what is your interest in the Kid Galahad, in the Kovalev versus Yard? Yeah, the purse bid's on the 25th, but the schedule keeps on getting pushed back. Keep on pushing the schedule back. First of all, it was probably supposed to be in Russia, somewhere in Russia. Then the people who were putting up the money didn't put up the money. So it's one thing after another. TommyTemper says his interest is level 5. Ped, I want to see that. 8. I doubt it will happen. 0 until I get a date and venue. The Boxing Jedi will be made. I got Yard. Anthony Willis, 9. Yeah. I hope Yard does, says Ped. Okay, my interest level in this, I would have to rate as an 8. Could be a 9. Very interested. Very interested. It's going to be interesting to see if Yard can jump up from domestic level to world level. Ped, we should be backing our young guys coming up. Absolutely. Personally, I would have loved to have seen Yard mix it up at European level. I would love to have seen him mix it up at European level before he jumps straight in at world level. John Dealey says, has Kovalev beat the charges? Not to the best of my knowledge. The charges are still pending. Ross Clark is in the building. Charges are still pending. So I'm very interested in seeing the fight when it happens. If it happens, I'm sure it will happen at some point. And I think Kovalev has to be the favorite. He is the seasoned vet. I think Yard should have mixed it up at European level before jumping straight in at world level. John Dealey, he says, I think that is the problem. Yes, I consider that to be a problem. He's going from domestic level to world level. No, I don't like that. I would like to have seen him in the intermediary level. That would have made more sense. But evidently, he is not going that route. Okay, that's another topic. Done. Where's my pen? Stricken out. Josh Warrington, done. Okay, now we're getting to the juicy bits. We're getting to the juicy parts. Glenn McCrory. When has Yard had his chin checked? I think he's took a couple of cracks, has he not? He's taken a couple of cracks, but he's weathered them well. His defense could be tighter at times. Yard will demolish Kova. Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. We are going to have to wait and see. Johnny Blaze, I favor Yard. Okay, moving on. Next topic. Where are we? Oh, yeah, here he is. Glenn McCrory says Joshua Nexus 1 is in the building. Excellente. Took a few days off social media. Yes, you got to recharge the batteries. Press the reset button. Most definitely. Padre al-Baghdadi. Yardi's a speak it, believe it, receive it guy. Well, it does work sometimes. Ross Clark, thanks for the compliment. Raphael's got the best delivery in boxing talk. Yeah, tell that to Eddie Hearn. Anybody who follows him in Twitter, just send him my way. I got to get my Twitter up. Got to link up with Eddie Hearn. It's got to get me on the Dan's payroll. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That's the Brummy bass, Ross Clark, says John Daly. Ped, Raphie is on the grind. Most thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind. Much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. Ross Clark says he's going to introduce me to Eddie so I can earn with Hearn. Much appreciated. Okay. Now we're going on to a topic. I made a video about it. Based. No faith in fish eyes. No, I don't trust fish eyes. Too many boxers have taken fish eyes to court and ended up on the wrong side of the victory. Only only Calzaghe's come out a winner. Somebody else as well. I know he made another I know he made another boxer bankrupt. So it's dodgy dealing with fish eyes, and you work for fish eyes, you may end up paying him. Okay. I made a video about this earlier on in the week. Was it yesterday? Was it the day before yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Smash that like button. Johnny Blaze is telling the people watching now, hit it hard. Glenn McCrory, the ex-British cruiserweight champ, has said AJ is a quitter. TommyTemper said Ricky Hatton went to court with Frank, I believe. Wow. Ricky Hatton's got a few bob. Maybe he could have won. Maybe he could have been one of the few. Maybe he could be one of the few that got through and was successful. Hashtag debate smashers. Yeah, where are those gentlemen? Where are the gentlemen like Jem J? He disappeared. Jem J disappeared. Glenn McCrory said Joshua's career is over. Where the hell's the article? Let me bring that up. Let me bring the article up and screen share. Glenn McCrory, the hater. Glenn McCrory says Joshua's career is over. Google. Yes, I have it. Let's share this baby with you. Let us share. What the hell is that? Some weird stuff's just come up. What is this? Oh, okay. Okay. Have we got it? Screen sharing. Okay. No way back. Anthony Joshua's career is over after humiliating Andy Ruiz Jr. defeat, claims Glenn McCrory. Okay, so Glenn McCrory says Anthony Joshua's career is finished after he let himself and the nation down. The brutal assessment comes after Joshua, 29, was pounded by Andy Ruiz Jr. in New York Saturday night. He lost both his unbeaten record as well as the WBA, WBO, IBO, IBF world heavyweight titles. But the former IBF cruiserweight champ believes AJ lost more than that. He also lost his reputation and status in the sport, says Glenn McCrory. Sacked by Sky Sports. Why did he get sacked by Sky Sports? Was it for drinking? Was it the Vino? Was it the Stella? The Stella Artois? I can't remember. Speaking to Talk Sports, McCrory said he's the bottom of the pile. He got beaten up by Andy Ruiz. I think he's finished. It's not just the defeat. Anybody can get defeated, but it's the nature of it. Andy Ruiz is not an elite athlete. He's not a heavyweight great. He will not go down in the icons of legends at all. But he's a tough kid, and he seized his opportunity. I have to say, well done, Andy. Anthony Joshua let himself and the nation down. What a hater. You can take your eye off the ball and you lose. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. It's the fact. You think that you can win and you just turn up and don't do the work. I have never heard Anthony Joshua being described as work shy. Let the record show that. I said this a week ago. I said this weeks ago. He's training on Miami Beach. What's he training on Miami Beach for? Boxers don't do that. With all those distractions. What on earth were they thinking about? It was absolute total humiliation. This was a fight that was an easy fight. Let's get this right. It was simple, and he blew it. What a hater. What a hater. Okay. So those were the words of the British. Was I sharing that? Okay. Those were the words. Stop sharing. Those were the words of the British ex-cruiserweight champion, Glenn McCrory. Most unfortunate. Let's go into the what do I feel about that? What do I feel about Glenn McCrory's words? I said it in the video. What a hater. What a utter hater. One loss. First of all, when has Anthony Joshua ever been known to be work shy? When has Anthony Joshua ever been known to be work shy? If anything, the guy trains too much, too hard. He's the opposite of work shy. He's a workaholic, by all accounts. So, they went to Miami Beach to mix up training. Anybody knows in a 12-week training camp, you need to mix it up. You need to ideally mix up the scenery. Go and train in the park one day, as opposed to in the gym. Do an outdoor session. Go somewhere different. Mix it up. Change it up. Keep things fresh. So what the hell is this guy on? What the hell is he on? Seems like a straight up hater. TommyTemper says AJ works hard on being an Instagram model. Okay. Well, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. My God. Oh dear. Okay, let's get into some of the comments. So yeah, in conclusion, Glenn McCrory, straight up hater. Sometimes a person is just a hater. A hater is just a hater. Anybody can hate if they want to hate. And to me, Glenn McCrory is just a straight up hater. One loss. And he's nothing. He's never was nothing. He never was nothing. He let down the nation. That's ridiculous talk. Ridiculous talk. Okay, so we're going to go into the chat. See what the chat have to say. Heinrich Schmidt's in the building. Tom Schwartz is actually taller than I thought. How tall is he in relation to Fury? 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch shorter, or 4 inch shorter? I don't know. I haven't seen the weigh-in. Get This Smoke says he already said why he thought AJ quit. Getting up off the canvas 4 times does not quitting, my friend. That is the definition of not quitting. Cowardly bunch over there, most definitely. Ring and Run. Have they been doing Ring and Run again? Have they been doing Ring and Run? Where is H Money? He said he'd be back on Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Where is H Money? That's some Ring and Run business. John Dealey. Is Glenn bitter after getting kicked off Sky? I think so. He lost his job. Does he have a job anymore? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's between jobs, shall we say. Maybe he's between jobs. Going through the chat, looking for responses. John Daly, Get This Smoke. AJ was beaten by a better man on the night. On the night. Yes. On the night, says TommyTemper. I agree with that. On the night. Red Glove Militant. Raphie opens his browser history. What's this? Some weird stuff came up. Oh, man. Looking through the chat. John Dealey says, I've always been advised not to argue with Charles. That is good advice. Took a minute before he shared. Red Glove Militant thinks that I have materials of an illicit nature on this computer. I can assure you, my good friend, I do not. That's what the mobile phone is for, my good man. Yeah, they are a tabloid. The Sun is a tabloid, but I'm pretty sure that Glenn said what he said. Pretty sure of that. Sounds like Glenn. Actually, no, Glenn, they only reported what Glenn said. Glenn said that on Talk Sport. I've had it confirmed that someone was listening to Talk Sport and heard Glenn say those very same words. So the Sun are merely reporting it. Glenn said it. Glenn bitter after getting dumped by Sky. Boxing Jedi says, laugh my ass off. Ruiz, easy? Really? Really? Since when? Got the heave-ho from Sky. Padre al-Baghdadi says the Schwartz Fury press conference was very interesting. Hamed 92 is in the building. Is AJ still sticking with McCracken, or will he listen to Lennox? Get This Smoke says, Raphael, when AJ took that last knee, that's when he quit. No, I think he was, I think he got up. He didn't take no last knee. He got up. There was no last knee. He got up. Illicit Nature, Nexus 1. Fuzzy is here. Real talk. In the house. Squadron member. We risk our lives. We risk our lives for y'all's entertainment. Red Glove Militant, AJ will listen to Raphie. I just want to talk to him. Just get him on the phone. Let me talk to him. Get him on the phone. Let me talk to him. Loma King is in the building. AJ was well cooked, or well, with an F before the fight. AJ is going to sort it. I agree. He's going to come back. He's going to sort it. Whatever went wrong in training camp, he will sort it. I have confidence that AJ will sort it. Will it be with Robert McCracken? Probably. Ideally, I think he needs to look for a different trainer. I'm not even sure he should be fighting Ruiz straight away, to be quite frank. Ahmed, sleeping pattern been all over the place. Red Glove Militant. Having fun with Raphie. I beg your pardon. How does that work? Homer King. Yes, yes, yes. Ahmed 92. It's Tommy. He doesn't want to give me the wrench. All things in good time, my friend. There's a long waiting list. It's like trying to get a new BMW. It's like trying to get a new model, BMW. Don't come overnight, my friend. The waiting list is extensive. Till this day, Wilder only has one punch. Straight up and down. He's got a nice job, but it's the big right. Messi Lingard. What's good, big man? Yes, what's up? Blessed Messi Lingard. In the house, in the building. Okay. So, we've done Glenn McCrory. Hater. One word from McCrory. Hater. See you later. Okay, next topic. We're going straight into the next one. Where's H Money? Where is H Money? Let me check my hangouts. No contact today. If you want it, what? JMJ? You block it? I'm not blocking your messages. What message has been blocked? What message from you has been blocked? I most certainly am not blocking your messages. Put your email, JMJ, while you're here, put your email in the chat and I'll get back to you on Hangouts. JMJ, TBV representative. Hop on, bro. Just put your email in the chat and I'll hook you up via the Hangouts. Fuzzy is here. Fury pick Schwartz because he's a big, slow idiot. And he knows he can do all his feinting and dancing and look good in this fight. Wilder don't even do pay-per-view against Breezel, but Fury charges the UK. I'm not paying for that. I'm a TBV. Yeah, put your email in the chat and I'll get back to you. I'll send you the link. You get on via Hangouts. Gem J. Yeah, put your details in the chat, bro. I'll send you the link. Okay, so the next thing. Gem J, TBV guy, says he runs this shizzle. Yeah, Gem J, put your details in the chat. No, I'm not paying for the Fury. I'm not paying for the Fury Schwartz under no circumstances. Hell no. TommyTemper, where are you? I know you're a big Fury man. Are you paying for the What did you say? What did this guy say? View the link to. Okay. Yeah, Jem, just put your link in the chat, my friend. I'm not Red Glove Militant asked me what I'm paying for. I'm not paying for Fury versus Schwartz. Would I pay for Fury versus Wilder? Yes, I would. Will you pay for Dan's? Red Glove Militant asked me if I would pay for Dan's. I'm in the UK, my friend. We don't have Dan's over here. Yeah, well, I'm afraid to say, JMJ, put your email in the chat, my friend, and we can talk about subjects, all kinds of subjects. Put your emails in the chat. Yes, Dan's would be great over here. Dan's would work out better for us over here. So we in the UK, me. JMJ says, I'm smoking weed right now. Leave me alone. Put your email in the chat, my friend. We can have a nice chilled out discussion, JMJ. Nice chilled out discussion. Where is he? Put your email in the chat, JMJ. Put your email in the chat. Red Glove Militant says it seems like JMJ's ducking. It certainly seems that way to me. Yeah, just a little bit of banter, JMJ. Put your email in the chat. Yeah, man. My email is yo, bro, just put your email in the chat. What's the worst thing that could happen? What's the worst thing that could happen, JMJ? Okay, we'll let JMJ decide whether he wants to put his email in the chat. Okay, so Tyson Fury, where are we? Let's get into Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. Okay, so yeah, who's paying for that Tyson Fury fight? In the chat. In the chat. Who is paying? And JMJ, where's your bro, H Money? He said he promised solemnly he'll be back here on Wednesday to conclude the discussion. Where is your homeboy? JMJ, where is your homeboy? Where is your homeboy? Where is your homeboy? H Money. Where is your homeboy? H Money. He's promised solemnly he will be back to conclude our discussion from Monday. Who will be paying for that? Oh, TommyTemper says he ain't paying. TommyTemper says he refuses to pay for Fury v. Schwartz. Red Glove Militant. Red Glove Militant is offering for me to pay for. Bro, I don't want to see that. I don't want to pay for that. I'll catch that the day after. I'll catch that nonsense the day after. Ped is inquiring, where is H Money? People are saying they're not paying for Fury v. Schwartz. I certainly shall not be. Jem J says H Money is busy cleaning his gun. Okay, well, you know, yeah, good for him. Good for him. Aaron Mason, do you think anyone apart from Fury fans will watch Schwartz? This might be the lowest pay-per-view in the history of boxing in the UK. I don't need TommyTemper is a fan, and he ain't paying for it. He refuses to pay for it. So it's only a percentage of his fans that will pay for that. Oh man, H Money is a disappointment, very disappointing. H Money promised solemnly that he would be back. John Daly. Okay. Boxing Jedi comes with the clown icon, the poo-poo icon, and more laughter. H Money is a disappointment. Very shocking that H Money has not returned. Very shocking. What is it? Aaron Mason says, what is it with these guys calling each other kings and gods? I recall H Money calling Deontay Wilder a god. He said Deontay Wilder is a god. Well, H Money, if that's your god, I don't think you're going to make it through the pearly gates, my friend. I think you're going to find that you were misled. Jem J says AJX fans paying for the Fury fight. Nobody paying for that. Nobody paying for that. Jem J. Put your email in the chat, my friend. Put your email up. Post your email up. Boxing Jedi said Jem J sucking H Money. Ooh. Nexus One says Fury fight. I'd rather rather steam it. Yeah, nobody's paying for that fight. Nobody's paying for that fight. No way, no how. Jem J, put your email in the chat, my friend. Put your email in the chat. Okay, so nobody watching that. Nobody's paying for that. That's decided. Okay, we're moving on. We're coming to. Where are we? Okay, Tyson Fury. We're staying with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury alleges that the WBO belt may be on the line. Tyson Fury alleges that the WBO belt may be on the line for his fight against Schwartz. Jem J says he's in love with H Money. Hey, confession is good for the soul, Jem J. Glad you finally brought it out into the light. That's Jem J. Where's Jem J? Where's H Money right now, Jem J? Where is he right now? Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, go ahead. I want Jem J to put his. No. Nobody's gonna block you. We want you to come in here like a man. Come in like a man. Put your email up. I'll take your email. I will send you a link and allow you to speak like a man before the assembled throng. H Money. Hold on, where's that one? No, you ain't gonna get blocked. We want you. The blocking is the easy way. We want you to come in here You said H Money's busy with your mom. That's confession is good for your soul. But we want you to come in here and speak to us like a man. Come and speak to us like a man. Forget about the keyboard. Let's speak. Come in here and speak like a man, H Money. No, I want this guy, Gem J. Thanks for the offer, my friend. But I want Gem J. I want Gem J. That's who I want. Gem J has been in this chat for 2 hours and he says I don't have a millisecond to spare for you sheep. You've been in here for an hour and a half. You've been in here for an hour and a half. I told you your mom sucked my eyebrows off. Put your email. No, I got this, Boxing Jedi. Put your email in the chat. But I need you for something else, though. For the final topic. Okay. So where are we? I'll get two people on. Who asked me for a link before? Red Glove Militant. Was it Red Glove Militant? Did you ask me for a link? Okay, I'll get 2 on for the final topic. I'll get 2 on for the final topic. Hold on. Where's Yo, I want to see the video of him quitting. Gem J says he doesn't have a... Okay, Gem J, I think we've had enough of you for one night. Have we? Or do I leave him? Do I leave him? Leave him. Okay, so where is Boxing Jedi? Let's go to... Who is it? Red Glove Militant. Who asked me for a link? The final topic is Tyson Ring Magazine #1. Yo, your mom sucked my eyebrows off, bro. Show. Your mom sucked my eyebrows off. And that was for starters. Yeah, leave him. Where am I? I'm going to the chat. So who we got? We got Tommy. Who asked me? We got the Boxing Jedi. Got Boxing Jedi coming on for the final topic. Where are we? Boom, boom. Yeah, man, your mom sucked my eyebrows off, Gem J. That suction power is unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, where are we? Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Stick around, Gem J. Where are we? Boom. Invite sent to the Boxing Jedi for the last topic. Who was the other one? Who else wanted it? Who else wanted it? Who else wanted it? Pablo Diablo in the building. Pablo. Gem J's mother can suck a golf ball through a straw. Yes, yes, yes. I hear a man. I hear a man prepared for war. And he goes by the name of the boxing Jedi.
What's going on? What's going on, Raph? What's going on,
Yes,
fellas?
yes. Good to have the boxing. Oh, you need to turn that thing down, my friend. I can hear myself on the. Who was it? Who else? Where's that? The boxing Jedi. The boxing Jedi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can hear myself as well. I'm coming through.
Wow. Yeah, I just have the phone. I'm just on the phone. I have nothing playing in the background.
Yeah. 1 2. 1 2 1 2. But I'm hearing myself on the. It's coming back through your. You got no headphones in, my friend.
No headphones.
Okay, so I'm coming back on the reverb. So I'm hearing myself twice. You see what I mean?
Yeah. You want me? I'll just hit the link back again.
Yeah, hit the link back again. Yeah, man, just pop the headphones in. Appreciate it.
All right, you got it.
Right, who was the second guy? Who was the second guy who wanted the link? Was that Red Glove Militant? Red Glove Militant, where is your... Oh, maybe I have you in here. Where are you? No. Yeah, post your email up, Red Glove Militant. Post your email up, Red Glove Militant. Where has he disappeared to? All right, it's disappeared. Boxing Jedi, are you back with me? Yeah. No, the link's good. Feedback's pretty bad. Yeah, it's cut out now. It's good. Yeah, what's going on, Pet? I think we're good now. No. It was just the sound coming from Boxing Jedi's side. But now he's got the headphones in. It will be all good in the hood. I just heard myself again. I heard myself again. Yeah, okay. Uno momento. 1 2 1 2. Okay. That's muted. Yeah, jump on another time. But anyway, as we move on. Okay. Yeah. I just muted Jedi's. No, I've muted again, so we're good. Jedi's gonna get some headphones in. That will solve the riddle, solve the problem. Okay. Gem J, where are you? Okay. Gem J is clearly not going to come on. He's never going to come on. He's never going to post up his thing. He's never going to do it. Never. And we just... That's it. Yeah. Boxing Jedi. Boxing Jedi. Boxing Jedi.
Yo. Can you hear me?
1 2 1. I can hear you. I'm just making sure I don't hear myself coming back in the. But it's an echo still there, my friend.
Yeah, man. I've got headphones in.
So 1 2 1 2.
I think it's Google. Google's on crack today.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Well, can you turn down the sound source on your end?
I have nothing playing.
Oh, you have nothing playing. So
yeah.
This is a Google thing.
Yeah, it's a Google
thing.
Damn. Yeah, Google does that shit. Them motherfuckers are crazy.
Damn. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Raphie, the problems. Aaron Mason says, Raphie, the problems at my end. How's the problem at mine? Google's on crack, says TommyTemper.
Yeah, Google's on serious crack.
Okay. 1 2. 1 2. Okay. So this is the last topic. Good to have you on the Boxing Jedi.
No doubt. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the
Right.
invitation.
So Tyson Fury ring. You know what I'm gonna do? I think the solution to the problem is when you're not talking, just mute. Put mute on.
Got you.
And then when you come in, I won't be talking. So that'll work out perfect because then we won't hear the reverb. So that'll be perfect. Okay, that's how we do it. Excellent. Problem solved. Yes, it will work so long as Boxing Jedi stays on mute and only comes off mute when he talks. It will work. There you go. It will work. Okay, right. So the final topic is Tyson Fury, or rather, the Ring Magazine. Tyson Fury is the Ring Magazine's #1. Let me pull up the article. Let me pull up the ratings. Let me share. Boom. Share. Where are we? We're there. We are there. That's it. Okay. Right. So can you even see that? It's too small. I don't know. But anyway, it's here. Right. So where is it? Heavyweight. Didn't I pull this up already? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, right. So, last topic. Smash that like button, folks. Ring Magazine have installed Tyson Fury, country, UK, as the Ring Magazine #1. #2, Deontay Wilder. #3, Andy Ruiz Jr. #4, Anthony Joshua. #5, Dillian White. Do we need to go further? #6, Ruiz Ortiz. #7, Alexander Povetkin, Russia. #8, Joseph Parker. #9, Adam Kawanaki. And #10, Kubrat Pulev. So I'm going to raise my points and then I'm going to bring in the Boxing Jedi. So, first and foremost, let me see what the chat is saying. Pillow Fist Fury. Well, there's some heavy pillows, though, to be fair. Ped, laugh my ass off. He's been training for power recently. Pablo, yes. He's been showing knockouts of sparring partners to try to make people believe he can knock out somebody. Ped, really? Yes, really. He is #1. Load of rubbish by Ring. Wilder clearly is the top dog, and I concur. I'll get into that in a second, and then I'll bring Boxing Jedi in to give his assessment. But first, let me just get through the chat. IFL soaking up. Aaron Mason, Andy Ruiz beat the consensus champ. He should be #1. Nexus. How's that when Fury beat Wilder? That's Anthony. John Daly. That's not a belt holder, just a #1 heavyweight, which I don't agree with. But anyway, Ped. Fury just was cringy. Oh, okay. He did a kiss again. Oh, no. Loma, smash all. Smash it. Smash the button. Honestly, Fury is British, and I'd like to support him. But the guys, I just can't bring myself to do it. He pretended to kiss him, didn't actually kiss him. And I need to watch that, says Pablo. Where the hell is TommyTemper? I brought up his favorite fighter, and TommyTemper is missing. Pablo, lol. Padre al-Baghdadi. Wilder remains number 2 or gets promoted. I think where was he before? I think he was number 2. Ped, him and Schwartz was posing like models. The Boxing Jedi. Shit, Google kick. Where is has he been kicked off? Has he been kicked off? He has been kicked off. I'll send you back the link in a second. I'll send you back the link in a second in the wrap up. The Boxing Jedi. I'll send it in the wrap up so you can give your take on it. Pablo, can I make you a jungle jingle? Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll bring you back. I'll send you a link again shortly, Boxing Jedi. You can do your wrap up. You can give your assessment rather. TommyTemper, I'm here. TommyTemper is on that powerful vape. He's passing in and passing out. He's got red eyes right now. It's powerful stuff. Okay, I'm going to get into it. How can anyone like Fury or believe anything he says when he says one thing today and something totally different tomorrow? Yeah. Ped, that would be hilarious if he won. If Schwartz won. Kaz, the troll, is in the building. Don't touch him, folks. Nobody touch him. Let him breathe. Let him breathe. Okay, so I'm going to get into my assessment. I'm going to get into my assessment of this thing. Let me find this page. Is this what I'm sharing? Okay. Seems mighty small. Where are we? Where's the page? It's the ratings, the ring ratings. Okay, this is proper. Okay, I'm going to give my assessment on this thing. Tyson Fury, in my opinion, Raphael Dawkins, in no way should he be ranked number 1 in the Ring magazine. It should be either Andy Ruiz Jr. because as the new unified champion, or Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Why do I say Deontay? And as a matter of fact, let's dissect this even more. Not going to mess about. I'm going to be straight to the point. Andy Ruiz. Yes, he has beat Anthony Joshua, who was the unified champion. Yes, that is true. But I think Andy Ruiz coming from, where was he before? 15, wherever, 15, up to 2 is appropriate. So I move Andy Ruiz. Up to 2 after defeating Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder, I move into, I know this is going to be shocking, I move Deontay Wilder into the number 1 spot. And I move Tyson Fury into the 3rd spot. Anthony Joshua being in 4, that's fair enough. Dillian White being in 5, that's fair enough. Okay, why does Tyson Fury hold the number 3 spot by my reckoning? Well, Tyson Fury has come back after 2 or 3 year layoff from beating Vladimir Klitschko. And since then, he has fought 2 cherries and Deontay Wilder, WBC champ. That to me puts him in 3rd spot. He drew He had a draw with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has consistently throughout his career fought cherries who were raised in the ranks by the WBC just prior to him fighting them to make it look like he was fighting a better fighter than he actually was. Only in 2018 did he step up and fight Luis King Kong Ortiz. He did that in 2018. He also fought Tyson Fury in 2018. Okay, those are respectable opponents. He beat Luis Ortiz. That's a respectable win. And he drew with Tyson Fury. Knocked him down twice. Disputed, but that's the fact. It was a draw. So that means that Deontay Wilder should rightfully be in the Ring Magazine #1 spot. That's where he should be after Anthony Joshua's loss. Andy Ruiz moves up to #3 because he defeated the unified champ. Tyson Fury moves into, does he move into the second spot or should he move in #3? No, Andy Ruiz should move into #2. Tyson Fury should be at #3. Deontay Wilder should be at #1 for beating Luis Ortiz and drawing with Tyson Fury. That moves him up to #1. Tyson Fury's greatest accomplishment is drawing with Deontay Wilder after fighting 2 cherries and now about to fight a 3rd cherry. That keeps him at #3. Andy Ruiz beat the unified champ. He moves up to #2. Deontay Wilder moves into the #1 spot. Let me go back into the chat. Where is the chat? There is the chat. TommyTemper said, I'm being paid by the PBC now. Absolutely not. Deontay Wilder should be the rightful owner of the Ring Magazine #1 spot after Anthony Joshua has been defeated. And even before Anthony Joshua was defeated, Deontay Wilder, I think, was #2. And now I think he should move up to #1 after the defeat of Anthony Joshua. That's only right. There's no argument to put Tyson Fury in the #1 spot. No argument whatsoever. His greatest accomplishment in the last 3 years is getting a draw with Deontay Wilder after fighting 2 cherries and now about to fight a 3rd cherry. No way, no how should Tyson Fury be in the Ring Magazine #1 spot. Let me read the chat before I get out to the Boxing Jedi. It was not an official win by Fury as much as someone to claim it was. Listen, he did very well, but he didn't win. It was a draw. He got knocked down twice, and it was scored as a draw. Wilder is #1. AJ slipped to the 4th spot, says, get this smoke. That is correct. Big up Bomb Squad. I don't know about that. Aaron Mason. Wilder and Fury didn't beat AJ, so shouldn't be above him. Andy did. Well, that's an argument. Loma King. Wilder #1. Fury #2. No, I don't see it that way, my friend. Wilder #1. Fury #3. No way can Fury be ahead of Andy Ruiz, who beat the unified champion and is now the unified champion himself. Fury is pretty contradictory, very much so. Wilder should be at number 1, says Cass. The first time, probably the last time I'll ever agree with him on anything. Aaron Mason says Andy Ruiz has a better resume than Wilder. That's interesting. That's interesting. He fought Parker and Anthony Joshua. He probably has higher ranked opponents on his resume. Possibly. That's an argument. Johnny Blaze thinks it should be Andy Ruiz. John Dealey, are you a champion if you never defend your belts? Ruiz and Fury. That's a whole different topic. I haven't got time to go in that today, but for sure, that's a topic that I have. That's an argument I have for Fury. Calling himself the lineal champ when he's never defended it, and he pulled out of 2 rematches with Klitschko. Raphie getting paid by the PBC now, says TommyTemper. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Fury beat 2 bums and got a draw, says Fuzzy. Raphie knows which side his bread's buttered, says Aaron Mason. Lineal, when was this ever really mentioned? Fuzzy says, Lineal, when was this ever really mentioned? In any fight until Fury brought it up. That's a good point, because I never, in all the time that Klitschko was a lineal champion, so-called lineal champion, I never heard him say, I am the lineal champion. Bring up any interview, bring up any soundbite where Klitschko, Vladimir Klitschko, ever said, I am the lineal champion. I've never heard it. I have never heard it. And also, I mean, that's too deep. That's a deeper thing. We're going to do a show on lineal in itself. We are going to do a lineal champion show in itself. It's going to take an hour. It's going to take an hour for me to go into all the nooks and crannies. But I'll give you a little teaser. 1, Fury never defended the so-called lineal championship. That's 1. 2, with drug offenses both prior and subsequent to that fight, should he have been stripped? And 3, I'm giving away all my arguments. And 3, what was the third point? Never defended. Drug offenses prior and after, of which Klitschko was not informed. No one was informed. We were informed retrospectively. So that's 1, never defended. 2, drug offenses. 3, pulled out of 2 rematches. So I know Rummy's Corner, he's done a big piece on lineal championship, and he supports Tyson Fury as the lineal champion. For those 3 reasons, I do not. I'd like to have a debate with Rummy's Corner. I'd like to get him on the show so we could have a friendly discussion about the opposing points of view. No, he got stripped of his. TommyTemper said, but lineal never left Fury. He retired. No, he got stripped. He got stripped of his belts. Stripped, torn, taken away. I should have TommyTemper on. Maybe we do that on Friday. We can discuss this. Be interesting discussion. Opposing sides. Yeah, he got stripped of his belts. And guilty of drug offenses both prior and after. So he should be stripped of lineal too. That's the argument, is it not? What's the argument against that? He did defend in his last 3. No, after your drug offenses, both prior and after, you're gone. Whatever you want, it's like the Tour de France. It's like the Tour de France, Aaron Mason. When you win the Tour de France and you get busted for drugs, or you have to hand back the accolades. You have to hand back the medal. You have to hand back the medal. TommyTemper, Raphie v. Rummy. Tasty matchup. It's a friendly thing. I'm not a hostile guy. But I did see a video that he made that says where it supported Tyson Fury being still linear. And I say no. It was a good argument, but there was a flaw. There was a fly in the ointment. Go and check him out. Rummy's Corner. Tyson Fury is still champion. Lineal. No, absolutely bloody not. Absolutely not. Drug offenses, you win the Tour de France, man, and you're proven to have offended with drugs. That gets stripped away from you. How the hell do you get the belts taken away, but you get to keep the lineal belt? Hell to the N to the O. Hell to the N to the O. Make me cry in defeat. You're having a laugh, mate. You, TommyTemper, are having a laugh. And certainly we'll get you in on Friday. Or Saturday. If not Friday, Saturday. The Saturday show. More likely. One or the other. Okay, so let me see if I can bring in. Stop screen sharing. Let me see if I can bring in the Boxing Jedi. Paste. Boom. Okay. Present that to the Boxing Jedi. Don't know if Google's gonna let him in. We're waiting for the Boxing Jedi. Hopefully he can come back in and he can give his assessment. I will mute myself so there's no sound interference. I don't know if he can get in. I have resent. Where are we? 10 minutes past 11. You bring your chef's hat for your roasting. Yeah, you better bring your own foil to wrap yourself in as well, TommyTemper. Yes, John Dealey coming with the science, the appliance of the science. Boxing Jedi. Can't see Boxing Jedi. Cannot see him. So, what's this here? No, can't see him. Cannot see him. No. When was the last reminder, guys? Please remind the people to hit the like button. The link, ladies and gentlemen, has been sent to TommyTemper.
I'm here. Can you hear me, Raph?
Oh, TommyTemper, speak of the devil and he will appear.
I thought you were going to give me at least 2 days to get my shit together.
I know. You was gonna be in that hangout of yours, talking to all your cronies, getting together a dossier.
That's right.
No getting together of dossiers, my friend. No getting together of dossiers. I just had a thought since the boxing Jedi is unavailable, why not go to the next best thing? TommyTemper. Okay, so first of all, guys, I hope you appreciate me getting TommyTemper on and TommyTemper having the time to come on. So please show some appreciation with that like button, please.
Smack it.
Please smack it. Smack it, please. Show some appreciation for TommyTemper coming on at short notice, like 3 seconds notice. Come on. Come on. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. This is happening live. Let me just go into the chat. Ooh, TommyTemper.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm missing.
I hope you were pre-basted, my friend. I hope you're pre-basted. Tommy?
Yeah,
Tommy?
sorry. I thought you were talking to Aaron Mason.
No. Pre-basted, you know, kind
Oh,
of.
ready for the roasting. Oh, yeah.
Ready for the
Well,
roasting.
we'll see.
We shall see. Okay, TommyTemper, you've heard my argument. Come with your counter argument. I don't think you need me to reiterate.
No, you don't. Okay. So, Fury.
Start wherever you want to start. Just as cool.
Okay.
It's cool. There's no
Oh,
pressure.
okay. Well, we'll start with Clit.
Okay. Big
the,
clip.
the,
Big clip.
the argument is that he started a new line or lineage.
Well, you're gonna have to start with. You're gonna have to finish. You're gonna have to finish off with. No, you're gonna have to start with Lennox finishing before you move to Clit. Then.
Oh yeah, good point. Well, Lennox Lewis picked up all 3 belts except for the WBO because
Let me kill this music. Sorry to interrupt you, but when I really need to concentrate fully, I need to kill the music. Okay, we have a respectable silence for TommyTemper. TommyTemper in the house. Please continue.
So Lennox Lewis picked up the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't pick up the WBO because at the time it wasn't considered
respected.
Yeah,
yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah,
it was a new belt.
Yeah, well,
relatively
new. So he picked up those 3 belts. However, after he picked up the 3 belts, at some point he was stripped, and he was stripped of the IBF, I believe. So he never defended undisputed. Now, whether or not he's still lineal at the time, I'm not going to dispute that he wasn't. And so he retired. So that
hold on. What you just said that Lennox Lewis was not lineal
never No, I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry.
I said he never defended undisputed. He never just check the records.
Okay, let me just bring him up.
I'm sure it was the IBF he was stripped of.
You stripped? Oh yeah, he was stripped of one. Yeah, that's correct. He was stripped of one of them. Yeah.
So he never defended all the belts that he had.
Okay.
So because he chose to fight. I think he avoided Chris Bird. It might not have been Chris Bird, but I'm not sure who it was. But it was the Southpaw, whoever it was.
Okay, I'm bringing up Lennox Lewis box right now, so I'll share it. So will you be able to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me bring it up. If I share Lennox Lewis, let me go to share. Let me go to screen share. Application window, boom. Share. Right, so there's Lennox Claudius. I didn't know that. Claudius. His middle name is Claudius. Right, so where are we? So we've got Klitschko, Tyson. His last fight was Vitaly Klitschko. That is Vitaly Klitschko, folks. Mike Tyson. Before that, Hasim Rahman twice. David Tua, Frank Botha, Michael Grant, Evander Holt. So it's going to be one of these, isn't it? It's not before Evander. TommyTemper?
Yeah. I'm
Just
doing my
looking at-
best
Okay, yeah,
to look
no
at the
problem.
screen.
No problem. So top is Vitaly Klitschko. Second from top, Mike Tyson. Asim Rahman twice.
Did he
David-
lose a belt between Tyson and Vitaly?
Where's Tyson? Vitaly. Tyson Vitaly. I do not know.
Look on the right.
The right.
Keep going. Stop. No, you see where it says the belts in the middle. There you go. He's doing it.
Okay. International box IBO.
Oh, forget the IBO.
WBC.
See? Okay, so he's got one belt there. What's he got below?
It's got the W below that. This one here. He's got the IBF.
Okay, there's one.
The IBO, the World, the WBC.
So he's got two there. When did he have three? If you forget about the IBO,
IBF. Keep on bringing up the IBO. IBF, WBC,
no,
IBF.
it was
IBO,
Holyfield's.
WBC, IBF, IBO, WBC, IBF, IBO, WBC. So it's all IBF, IBO,
So
WBC.
somewhere between Holyfield's
IBF,
rematch and
that's
Michael Grant, he lost the belt.
Between where? Holyfield.
Where you are now, between
Holyfield
Holyfield and Grant.
IBF, WBA, WBC. Okay. At this point, when he fights Holyfield, he had the IBF, he had the WBA and WBC at this point. Holyfield.
Yes.
After that, he has the IBF and WBC. So he loses
the
the
WBA.
WBA. So after Holyfield, somehow he lost the WBA.
So he never. No, my point is he never defended undisputed.
Undisputed. Okay, what did he have before? What did he have in the first Holyfield fight? Oh,
well, it was a draw. Remember.
So what did he have before that? Okay,
well,
he wasn't.
Whatever.
He just had the WBC. Yeah.
But did Holyfield have two belts? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because before the Evander Holyfield fight, he only had the WBC belt.
Mm-hmm.
After, well, that was a draw, so that don't count. But after he beat Holyfield here, he had the WBC, WBA, IBF.
Yeah. So somewhere between that fight and Michael Grant fight, he was stripped.
He's stripped of
WBA.
WBA. Okay, yeah. So we've got that point. We've established that. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So if you're going to use the argument that he never defended, that's fair enough. But you have to look at the fact that Lennox Lewis never defended undisputed either.
Undisputed. He never defended undisputed.
He defended lineal, yes, but he didn't defend undisputed.
So Lennox, how did Lennox defend lineal? Oh, because he beat.
He
Tyson
beat
or whoever it was.
No, because in my mind, Lennox became the new lineal when he become undisputed.
Okay.
That's kind of like a general rule. If you become undisputed, you are the lineal champ by default.
Okay, yeah. But also he beat somebody. He beat somebody who was considered lineal also. That's Rummy.
Holyfield's?
That's Rummy Corner's argument.
Who would that have been? Holyfield's?
I'm just looking through.
Wouldn't have been Tyson.
I'm looking through. Okay.
Shannon Briggs?
It could have been. Oh, yeah. Because Shannon Briggs beat George Foreman.
That's right.
So he could have become lineal when he beat Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs, which is here, which was before Mark Marovich, which was before Holyfield. So it seems as if Lennox Lewis did defend lineal, but he did not defend undisputed.
Correct.
Okay. And that is your argument.
That is one counter argument, yes.
That's one counter argument. Do you have another counter argument?
The other kind of basically lineal and Ring magazine.
I've lost you, mate.
Sorry, I had my finger over the mic.
Okay, yeah.
Lineal and undisputed.
Can we do this one thing at a time? So that's your first point. So maybe I should counter your first point now before you go on to the second point.
Sure.
Okay. Right. So let me just. It's gone so quiet without the music, but I think we need focus without the music. Let me just go to the chat. Make sure everybody is still with us. Where are we? Where is the chat? I got a number of. Yeah, everybody's still there. Everybody's still there. Yeah. Okay. So I need to come back on your argument that so my I don't know what I'm countering. So I'm saying that Lennox Lewis. I think I'm saying what you're saying, that Lennox Lewis did defend Lineal.
Yes.
Yes, we're both saying that. We're both saying Lennox Lewis defended Lineal. Okay. So Lennox Lewis, what am I sharing? Lennox Lewis, we both agree, defended Lineal, but because he didn't defend, but he didn't defend Undisputed
No, because he lost the
because
WBA.
one of the belts was taken away from him and he was the WBA. Okay, so we both agree that Lennox Lewis defended Lineal.
Yes.
But not Undisputed. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me get back into that screen. Defended Lineal, but not Undisputed. Where's that screen? Boxrec. Is that it? Dominic Breezel? No. Here it is. Okay. Yeah. So Lennox Lewis, we both agree. Lennox Lewis defended Lineal, but he didn't defend Undisputed because one of the belts was taken away. Okay. Yeah. So I don't have any argument with that argument. So we're both in agreement. So Lennox Lewis defended Lineal. Okay. So that's your first point, but he did not defend Undisputed. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So your second point.
Second point, lineal and ring magazine belts are different to the sanctioning bodies. They follow different rules. Now, I won't get into the ring because obviously there is actually a recognized body behind that. But the lineal, there is kind of like a formula to it. There's there's baseline rules to it. Now, not everyone doesn't agree on all of them.
Right.
But I would say very much so that if someone becomes undisputed by default, they are lineal champ.
If someone becomes undisputed, they become Lineal. Okay.
By default.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Well, I'll counter that then. Yeah. So Lennox Lewis was the last lineal prior to
this era.
Yeah, prior to Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko was made lineal or in a fight that was arranged by, was it the WBA? Was it the WBA? Klitschko? Okay. When he was anointed lineal when he beat Chagayev.
Yes.
Right. So that was a ruling made, I think, by the WBA. The winner of the Chagayev versus Klitschko would become the new lineal.
Okay.
Right. I'm not making this up, by the way. So anybody wants to research that in the chat can do so. It's factual, apparently. This came up in the debate when I was on TBV. Right. So Chagayev, Vitaly Klitschko became lineal when a fight between himself and Chagayev was decided by, I think it was the WBA.
Yeah.
That the winner of that fight, or if Klitschko won that fight, that would be the new lineal. That was where the new lineal line would start. So it wasn't a matter of being undisputed. It was a matter of a body deciding, well, you've been winning for X amount of time, so we're going to anoint you. If you beat this guy, you will be the new lineal. That's how.
Who was that body that said that?
I think it was the WBA. Whoever was the WBA, it wouldn't have been WBC. Would it have been WBC?
Sure, it wasn't Chagayev's promoter or Klitschko's promoter.
It could have been something shady, like you're inferring.
Yeah.
But that was how Klitschko became anointed as the new lineal champion. That fight versus Chagayev, people might be going crazy in the chat. I better go check it. Better go check the chat. Where are we? Who's disagreeing? Anybody disagreeing? Anybody disagreeing? Is there anyone? When was Klitschko undisputed? I'm gonna have to bring John Daly on because
Mm.
I'm gonna red glove. Only lineage that matters is Gem J. Dropping like flies. I'm out. Gem J says your viewers dropping like flies. I'm out. Gem J, you've always been out of your mind, mate. Peace out. Where is he? Where is he? Let's just say see ya to Gem J. I'm out. All right, Gem J. When you get off your knee. Aaron Mason says, Gem J, when you get off your knees. Raphie, I may have to go to bed soon. Got to go to gym. Okay.
Good
Let me bring John Dealey in.
Okay.
Oh, John, where's your email? John wants to come on. John, where's your email? Where's your email? John, where's your email, mate? Okay, so as I was saying, right, so that's when Klitschko was anointed. We may have to continue this because it's the end of the show. But we may have to continue this. It's going to have to run over. But anyway, we'll have this discussion nonetheless. So, and you will still have time to do your
homework,
your dossier, right? So, Klitschko was anointed lineal as a result of his beating Chagayev. Okay, I think it was a WBA ruling. Was it WBA or W? Pretty sure it's WBA or a ruling.
It was Chagayev's WBA belt that he took.
Right. Okay. Sure. Yeah. So WDA then. I think it's WBA. So he was anointed lineal as a result of winning that fight. So now we have so it wasn't a direct connection. He didn't beat Lennox Lewis. So, and I think Lennox Lewis, he was
that lineage is dead.
Yeah, that lineage was dead. That was finished. So he didn't beat Lennox Lewis. His brother could have become lineal. Vitaly could have become
very close.
Yeah, Vitaly could have become lineal had he beat Lennox Lewis, but he didn't. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I've got copy. So, where will I send this via Hangouts? So Vitaly, so he wasn't lineal. He wasn't lineal by beating a lineal fighter. He became lineal by being anointed lineal. So let's stop screen sharing for a second so I can do this thing with John Daly. Get John Daly in. Will it work? No, that's not working. Gonna have to go to Hangout. So that's how. 1 second, new conversation. Enter. Email. Searching. No results coming up. Hold on, how do I do this? No. New conversation. Paste. John Daly. So I should be able to just send this like so. And it should go to John Daly, theoretically. Right. So I think that's been sent to you, John. When you come in nice and gently with the volume. Right. So that's how Klitschko became lineal, a lineal champ. Okay. So when Tyson Fury beat Klitschko.
Raph, I think you made a mistake there. You pasted his email address into that chat. I don't think he'll be able to see that, will he?
Oh, John. No, placed it in the wrong. Okay, new conversation. Paste. John Daly, new group. New group.
New contact, is it?
Paste again.
New conversation.
John Daly, nothing matching. Search. John, we're gonna have to do this on Friday, mate. I can't seem to name. John Daly, search. Can't seem to send it to him somehow. Can't seem to send it to him somehow. John, we're gonna have to do this on Friday, Mocha. We're gonna have to do this on Friday. Okay. John, speak to you on Friday, mate. Speak to you on Friday. Right. So back to you, Tommy. Tommy?
Yeah. So,
Right. So now Klitschko is champ. Now Klitschko is champ. Tyson Fury beats Klitschko. So he becomes lineal. He's now lineal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in agreement there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Right. So where do we separate? We separate when you say that. Now I say that he lost his lineal championship when okay, John, we catch you on Friday. So Fuzzy's funny. So Tyson Fury shook up the world. Aaron Mason. Yeah. So I say, one, he lost his lineal status. He lost his lineal championship when one, I'll write this down so I can remember it. When one, stripped of his belts. Stripped of belts due to drug. Yeah, night, John. Night, John boy. Good night, John boy. Stripped of belts due to, what is it? Drug what? Drug violation. Drug use.
Failed drug test.
Failed drug test. Failed drug test. Tests, plural. Okay, one. Stripped of belts due to failed drug test. Two. Failed drug test.
Lost the belts.
Well, he's stripped of his belts due to failed drug tests. What else is there? What else is there? He's stripped of his belts. Well, no,
you said he retired.
Retired. Stripped of his belts. I came up with 3 damn good points now. Now I'm struggling with one. Stripped of his belts.
It's all falling apart, Raph.
Drug ban. Drug ban. Drug ban. Drug ban. 3 suspension. That might be the same thing. Suspension. Okay, so one, he was stripped of his belts due to a failed drug test.
Okay.
And
all right, let me counter that.
And he was suspended. Okay.
Okay, so the belts thing. To be honest, I think people are confusing the status of being undisputed and being lineal. Right? When you're undisputed because you hold all the belts. When you're lineal.
Right.
Until someone beats you. That's the distinction in my mind.
Yeah, hold on. That's a good distinction. So, when you're lineal until someone beats you. That's your argument. Okay.
I mean, there's more to that. I mean, if you retire, you're retired.
Yeah, of course. But in this particular case,
you come back.
Yeah. So until someone beats you. Okay. So, that's great. That's a great point. Right. So my point is, brilliant. So my point is, if you're in the Tour de France and you have a drug ban, you are stripped of any accolades you were given in that year for that tour. So if you were stripped of your belts for drug failures prior to the Klitschko fight and post the Klitschko fight, you should be stripped of the accolades you won, i.e. the belts and any corresponding titles you gained.
Right. Now you're using the word should.
Yeah.
Which is, to me, that's more of an opinion than actual fact. And because obviously the WBA, WBO, and the rest of those, they're sanctioning bodies. Who actually decides who's lineal?
Yeah.
That's the other thing we need to look at.
No, one thing at a time.
Okay.
One thing at a time. So your point is?
The belts, the WBA, the WBO, etc., they're real belts.
Yeah.
When someone's lineal, do they actually get a belt from anyone? Or is it just they can say that they are lineal?
They can continue to say they're lineal after they've been stripped of the belts.
But what I'm saying is they don't actually get a physical belt by a physical body.
That's true.
Yeah. So
That's true.
it's more of a title than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's effectively what it is. It's just a
Yeah.
title.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So when your argument is when you're stripped of the belts, he was stripped of the belts, but he was not stripped of the title.
Yes, because
Right.
yes.
Right. He was stripped of the belts, but he was not stripped of the title. Whereas to me, my argument is if you're stripped of the belts, you should be stripped of any accolades that came with those belts.
I can see an argument for that. I can, considering the circumstances were a bit shady.
Yeah.
With the drug results, and even with the BBOC,
the British Boxing Doping BBDA.
yeah,
Doping agency.
the one that blew a massive amount of their budget on Fury. Yes,
Yeah.
that one. To me, there's a questionable cloud over the whole thing. I'm not saying he's innocent, but at the same time, they look shady as well. So
why are they shady?
I need to go back and look at it again and wrap it. But
no problem. I'm not going to press you on that because you need to. What the fuck is this? H Money is turned up. H Money is turned up.
A bit late to the party.
1 hour after. Yeah, H Money, you need to come back on Wednesday, my friend. You need to come back on Wednesday. So where are we? What option do we take here?
You mean Friday, Ruff?
Friday. You need to come back on Friday. You're like 39 minutes after the show. This is in overtime. So we're gonna hide you away. We'll dust you back off and bring you out on Friday. You can come back on Friday. You can come back on Friday. John Daly says Lineal is the man who beat the man to start the new lineage. You need to be undisputed. Klitschko wasn't when he was banned. You mean Fury wasn't?
He means Klitschko was never lineal because he was never undisputed. I can see an argument for that as well, but you have to take it into context. Wilder wouldn't fight Klitschko.
But that's a good argument.
It is a good argument, but again, little asterisks against it, I think.
Was never unified.
Undisputed.
Undisputed.
Because Wilder obviously held the WBC.
I never even thought of that argument. That's a brilliant argument, John. I'll definitely bring you in on Friday. But anyway, my argument is when you're stripped of the belts, you're stripped with any accolades that came with the belts.
I think the reason why you're stripped is probably more important.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you stripped for drug usage.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, obviously that's legitimate.
Yeah. So my argument is, if you stripped of the belts for drug usage, then he should likewise, you are stripped of any accolades that came with that.
Did Tyson actually plead guilty to anything?
He accepted the ruling.
Which means what?
Which means he accepted the charges on the basis that the deal was, he made a deal, I'll accept the charge on the basis that it will be the punishment will be retrospective. Yeah, back.
And if he challenged those findings or the outcome, they could have banned him for 4 years.
They could have banned him for. Oh, okay. Yeah. They could have been
an additional 2 years, so to speak.
Yeah, an additional 2 years. Yes. Yeah. Because he said he was retired, so they could have banned him for 2 years going forward rather than a retrospective 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, if the argument's going to be, well, I said I committed the murder because my jail sentence was retroactive or retrospective, then does it mean you didn't commit the murder? You've admitted guilt to murder or whatever charge has been leveled against you.
One way of looking at it.
What's the other way of looking at it?
I'll need to come back to you on that one. Right?
Okay. Fair enough. I'm not going to press you. So ultimately, my argument is, and I think I'm going to have to read some of these chats soon. But ultimately, my argument is, if you're stripped of the belts because of drug violations, via a drug ban, whichever way you want to term it, then you're stripped of any accolades that came with those belts or the title.
I've got one question you could maybe follow up another time.
Okay.
And that is, if Fury was found to have, was it nandrolone in his system before the Klitschko fight, why was that fight permitted to go ahead?
He was found to have drugs in his system. He was found to have drugs in his system, but he was not actually charged. He was not actually charged at that point. He should have been, but he wasn't.
It just seems very shady that they would like let a high-profile fight like that go ahead.
Well, they shouldn't have let it go ahead because the guy had been found to have drugs in his system.
But it's almost as if they wanted Klitschko to lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the only way I can see that situation playing out.
But apparently the Klitschko side didn't know about the drug fail.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Well, that's what they say. They didn't know about the drug fail, or else they wouldn't have fought him.
Mm-hmm.
That's their argument. Yeah. Okay. So my closing argument, I think. What is my closing argument? Yeah. If you're stripped of the belt, you're stripped with any accolades that come with the belt. And so Fury being tested positive for drugs both before the Klitschko fight earlier in the year and after the Klitschko fight means that accepting the drugs ban means that he's stripped of the belts and stripped with any accolades that come with the belt. That's my closing argument. What's your closing argument?
My closing argument is the title of lineal is not dependent on other belts like the title of being undisputed.
The title of lineal is not dependent. Well, it is dependent on being undisputed generally.
Yes, generally speaking. But if you beat the man who was lineal, then you don't even have to be undisputed.
Right. Right. Yeah, I can see that argument. I can certainly see that argument. And what's the argument after that? So you beat the man. We might as well close it up now. You beat the man. What's his name? H Money. You came after the end of the show, my friend. The show is between 9 and 11 UK time. You came at 11:35. That's 35 minutes past the time. Why is no one smashing the like button? It was that figure half an hour ago. Smash the like button, please, folks. Yeah, please smash the like button, folks. We're going overtime. We're doing overtime. Right. So Klitschko lost the belts, and you say, well, lineal is separate from the belts. Yeah. Okay. But when you
can be, it's not dependent on the belts. I mean,
exactly.
If you become undisputed, by default, you should be lineal, in my opinion. Yes.
Yeah. And my argument is when you, I know you guys have smashed it. I'm talking about the people who haven't smashed it. If you people who haven't smashed it but are listening and enjoying this show, enjoying the overtime, enjoying the overtime, then please smash the like button. It costs you nothing. And I was told by a man overseas that it helps with the visibility of the show. And if you're watching the show, then you clearly enjoy the show. H Money is free to come back on Friday, Loma King, but he can't come in overtime and expect. Loma King, H Money is free to come back on Friday and put his email in, and we will have a discussion then. But he can't come in at overtime and expect to, get the call. So he can come back on Friday. He's just blocked from this chat on this occasion. He can come back on Friday, like he said he was going to come back today, put his email in, and then we can have the chat again. Okay, right. Exactly. So we've gone past the chat stage now. It's just we're just dissecting this. We're dissecting the lineal championship now. TommyTemper and I. Right. So that's the stage you're at. Smash the like button, folks. Right. So LDBC in the building. Right. So yeah, and I say if you're stripped of the belt because of drugs, boom, you're stripped of everything you attained as a result of that win, including lineal. That's A. B. He retired. Well, that doesn't strip you of lineal, as Romy would say. Even if you retire, you can come back as lineal. Fine. B. He retired. C. He was suspended. That's another argument against lineal. You're suspended for drugs. So, there's a strong argument there. You're suspended for drugs. You should lose everything you gained in the fight that you gained at lineal. That's the arguments I have. Lost that one. Stripped of the belts, drug ban, suspension. And that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Another one which I forgot was that he never gave Clit the rematch. Never gave Clit the rematch. He pulled out of the rematch twice against Klitschko. TommyTemper.
Yeah, I'm thinking, does
that mean that he's not lineal because he pulled out of the rematch twice? No,
it doesn't. But it leaves.
There's a body of things here. There's a body of things. 1, you stripped of the belt. 2, you received the drugs ban. 3, you received the suspension. 4, you never gave Clit the rematch. So I'm not saying any one thing in particular means that he's not lineal, but there's a body of evidence there that says that you should not be calling yourself lineal when you are stripped of the belts due to drug use. You will receive a drug suspension. You can't fight for 2 years. And then you never gave the man the rematch. And you could say, well, I couldn't give the rematch because I was suspended for drugs.
I think he was on the drugs when he was supposed to be having the rematch.
I would have rematched you, mate, but unfortunately, I was suspended for drugs, so I couldn't give you the rematch. Otherwise, Big Clit, my old friend, I would have given you the rematch. So, do you see what I'm saying? There's a body of evidence here.
Have you looked into whether or not Hughie Fury got a ban and if he served it?
Well, actually, let's do that now. Let's do that as a team now.
There's something shitty about that whole situation.
Let's do that as a team now. Where's BoxRec? BoxRec is there. I think I've got it open in 2 different places. Okay, let's go to Hughie Fury. Hughie Fury. Am I still sharing? I don't know.
Oh, that's right. You said they were eating, was it wild boar?
Wild, uncastrated wild boar, no less. You know,
so that must mean there must be more natural nandrolone in it.
Uncastrated. Okay, so HG Hughie Fury. We're going to BoxRec, Hughie Fury BoxRec, and the reason we go into BoxRec is you want to look at the time period where he didn't fight for 2 years. I think I heard somebody say he didn't fight for 2 years. Let's have a look. Let us have a look. See, there's a 2-year. Why is this thing jumping on me? Continue to cite. Right, 18, 17, 16, 16, 15, 15, 15, 14, 14, 13, 13. No, so where's the 2 years? Where's the 2 years he didn't fight? 2019, 2018 twice, 2017 once, 2016 2 times, 2015 2 times. 2015 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 2014 2 times, 2013. There's no 2-year ban. There's no 2-year period.
Yeah, so there's more to this story. There's got to be.
2013 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 8.
I thought they had the same punishment.
I thought they had the same punishment.
Yeah.
2018, 2013. Yeah, there's no 2-year period where Hughie Fury was not fighting.
Maybe he only fielded once. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. Because he didn't fail for cocaine, did he?
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
He didn't fail for cocaine. Fury failed for
For missing
steroids
tests.
and cocaine. Oh, yeah. So Fury failed for steroids, for cocaine,
Refusing to take the
and
test.
refusing a test. Yeah. Refusing to take a test. So Fury failed on multiple occasions for multiple reasons. Where is the chat? Are they still with us? Yeah, we still got people with us. We still have people with us. We still have people with us. Okay, smash the like button, folks. Smash the like button. We're in we're in overtime. Deep overtime. So, yeah. I'll give you my closing argument again as I've refined it. So, my closing argument. Let's bring the beats back in. I don't have to concentrate so hard no more. The concentration element has been accomplished. Right. So, my closing argument. Fury won. It was a loose case for Klitschko being lineal champion in the first place. He was not undisputed, but there are factors behind that which we are aware of. Okay. But Fury was never undisputed. Okay. 2. Fury was stripped of the belt as a result of failing drug tests for steroid, nandrolone, cocaine. Okay. 2. As a result of him being stripped of the belts, being found guilty of steroid and drug use in general, he received the drug ban. As a result of that drug ban, of course, a suspension. 4. Fury never gave Klitschko a rematch. 5. Let's say 5. 5. Fury never defended his unified champion status.
That's a good argument.
Never defended his unified champion status. That's a good argument, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm writing that down for part 2. Why is that a good argument?
Because there's more pressure when you're, a champion, never mind a unified champion, but not saying the mandatories or the voluntaries are going to be difficult, but you still have that pressure. If you lose the belts and you're not undisputed, you're not ring champion, you're not lineal, then you've lost everything. You're no longer champion. I just think it's a relevant point.
I think it's a relevant point. I'll tell you why. It's a good argument. If you've never defended the belts, then you've never defended the championship. You've received, you see, I don't think it's any one particular thing. I think it's a combination of factors here. Why I say he's not unified champion. And moreover, not only is he not unified in my eyes, he should never have been allowed to fight Klitschko in the first place for unified.
Because of the nandrolone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. If that was the case, then they should never have sanctioned that fight.
Yes. They should that fight should never have been sanctioned in the first place. So that just adds to the body of reasons why Fury. I feel bad saying it because, he's a fellow Brit. But if I'm being honest, with all of these factors that I've outlined, 1, he was stripped of the belts due to failed drug test. 2, he received the drug ban, equal suspension for 2 years. 3, he never gave Clit the rematch. 4, he never defended his unified belts. I think
he hasn't cemented any of his achievements.
He never cemented shit.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He never cemented ish. Never cemented ish. That's a massive problem for me.
All right, but I've got a question for you. If Fury
Run it.
got the nod against Wilder, would that give him more credence in your mind?
If Fury fought Wilder and won, what would that? Where would he be? He would be the WBC champion. But what about the WBA, IBF? What's the other one?
WBO.
WBO. Okay, yeah. What about the other belts? It's okay. He had them at one point. He won them when he shouldn't have been allowed to fight for them in the first place. No, that doesn't make him unified. To me,
No, I didn't say it made him unified. I was just making the argument. Does that not at least give him a bit more status? Obviously, it's a hypothetical.
No. But my argument is, I hear your question perfectly well. But my argument is, yeah, okay. If he does that, then he becomes WBC champion. But I wouldn't add that to the belts that he never defended. I wouldn't say, okay, now he's WBC, now he's done everything, because he never defended those belts. I don't know.
And I would argue, Raph, right?
Yeah.
See the whole Nandrolone thing. We need to look at that again. But if it was only a case of him and Hughie popping for that once,
yeah,
and let's say Fury never touched the Tony Montana, I reckon he'd probably still be champion. He might not be holding all the belts, but he'd still be holding at least one if he stayed off the coke.
But what about the steroids? You're not allowed to do steroids.
Yeah, but if him, that's my argument. If him and Fury both popped,
yeah,
and they both got the same, there's more. There's got to be more to that story. I think he got penalized more for refusing to take the tests than anything else.
No, but if you take steroids, then that's a ban.
But why wasn't Hughie banned? They both popped at the same time.
Yeah.
If to me, there's more to that story. That.
But so if I take steroids and you take steroids at the same time, you're my cousin, and then I've taken cocaine as well, but you haven't, and then I've refused a drug test and you haven't, then it's two different cases, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's two different cases, two individual cases, and I think we would have to look at them individual because they're two different cases because they're not identical. If they were identical, then we'd have to look at them as two identical cases, but they're not identical. So, I mean, for the purpose of this argument, I'd rather just stick to what's his name? What's his first name? Tyson. I'd rather just stick to Tyson because I really don't know. I haven't investigated. Yeah, what's good, unbiased? I haven't investigated Hughie enough to be able to speak on him, but I have investigated Tyson. So I can't speak on Tyson. I haven't done a full investigation on Hughie. Can't speak on Hughie. But what I'm saying is, my argument is, he got stripped of his belts due to drug use, failed drug tests. He received
and avoiding tests,
failed drug test and avoiding a test. He got suspended due to his failed drug test. He never gave Klitschko a rematch, and he never defended any of his belts. That to me is not a lineal champ. In fact, I'll go one step further. No lineal champ ever, because I've watched Rummy's Corner like everybody else, has ever had those sets of circumstances. One, never been stripped of the belts through dirty drug tests. Never been suspended while they were supposedly lineal. 3, never defended their championships, their belts. Never defended his belt. So there's never been a so-called lineal champ who has existed under those circumstances. That is my closing argument. I will now hand the floor to you to give your closing argument.
Ooh, I think we're going to have to continue this one.
Yeah, but give your closing argument.
Okay, sure. I'm going to stick to my original point.
Okay.
Once you get that status, that title, as in the title, as in being called something rather than a physical belt.
Yeah.
You have that until you're beaten or you retire. Now, whether or not Fury is an admirable lineal champion, that's another conversation, I think.
What was that word you used?
Admirable.
Admirable.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Okay. Admirable. Okay. All right. So there we have the two arguments. And now I feel, do we turn it over to the chat to decide?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Now you've stuck around. Everybody new to the chat, please smash that like button. Everybody new, public announcement. Everybody new to the chat, please smack that like button. Please do so. Show your appreciation for TommyTemper coming on in overtime, staying way past overtime. We're in overtime. Show your appreciation for TommyTemper. Okay. And now we turn it over to the chat. You've heard my argument that TommyTemper. You've heard my argument that Tyson Fury is not a lineal champ. And you have heard TommyTemper's argument that Tyson Fury is a lineal champ. Now, please, in the chat, to find out your opinions, please, in the chat, say yay if you believe Tyson Fury is a lineal champ, or nay if you believe he is not a lineal champ. And kindly do so now. And thanks to the people who have smacked that like button. You know it is only right. So yay, Tyson Fury is a lineal champ, or nay, if Tyson Fury is not a lineal champ. Red Glove Militant doing his trolling thing. Nay.
Anyone who says no is a casual, by the way.
Anyone who says yay is a casual. Nay. Aaron Mason says nay. Red Glove Militant says yay. Ped says yay. He is a... Hold on. You know that yay means he is a champ, don't you? Lineal. Okay. Yay means Tyson Fury is a lineal. Yay means you believe Tyson Fury is a lineal. Padre al-Baghdadi. Fury is undisputed as he beat Wilder. Okay, carry on. Aaron Mason, Tyson Fury doesn't need lineal. He's the greatest. Aaron Mason. Has he been hacked? Right. Red Glove Militant. The G and the Y are close to each other. Keep on populating the area with your responses. Keep on populating the area with your responses. We have... I'm trolling. Like, oh, ha 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 ha. Okay, I thought that was a bit weird. Okay, so we're going to have to go with what we've got so far. Where are the responses? If you keep walking around with his Toys R Us belt, says Fuzzy. So Red Glove Militant says, I don't know what he says. He says neither. Aaron Mason says nay. Red Glove Militant says yay. Ped yay. Pablo yay. Fury's undisputed as he beat Wilder. That's a yay. Aaron Mason, Fury doesn't need lineal. Anyway, that's weird. Lol, what's going on? I can't stand Fury. Oh, so they're bullshitting. Okay, so let's do a recount. My response.
Oh, recount. Oh,
no. Ped and Aaron Mason were bullshitting, they said. So let's count it up. Red Glove Militant, we can't count his because it doesn't say yay or nay. Aaron Mason says nay. Red Glove Military. Oh, he did say yay. He says yay. That's one each. Ped, he said he's bullshitting. So that's a nay. So that's 2-1 to nays. Pablo says yeah. That's 2-all. Padre Al Baghdadi didn't say either. So that's 2-all. Trying to scroll down to get an answer. 2-all. 2-all. We have. Oh, it's 2-all. It's 2-all. We
have a draw.
We have a draw. 50% of respondents said yay, and 50% of respondent Fuzzy's a nay. So that's a nay. That's a nay. So that's 3 nays to 2 yays.
Oh, I'm gonna put Fuzzy on timeout.
Fury can do face-offs while trying to kiss dudes all the time. Okay, so my good friend TommyTemper, we have a decision, and it is officially announced here live on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio that Tyson Fury is not.
That was a split decision.
Yeah, but the majority, well, no, it's a majority decision saying no. It's a majority decision.
1 point.
Right? It doesn't matter if it's 1 point. That's like 20% or something. I'm not going to get my calculator out. So, TommyTemper, I am afraid, my dear friend, that it is my great sadness. You know, it's a decision, majority decision against.
Hold on, let me just log into my other account.
It is. What did I think of that? It is a majority decision against Tyson Fury being lineal, my good man, and with the preponderance of evidence against him, against his argument. He never defended his belt. His belts. He has never. I mean, you know, I was away from boxing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was away from boxing for a good 10 years where I was doing mixed martial arts. And you'll have to help me with the boxing side. But in mixed martial arts, if you don't defend your belt, you're not considered. You win a belt, but you don't defend it, or you lose the next time you defend it, then you're not truly considered a champion. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
How does the boxing community feel about that?
Well,
that's how we look at it in the mixed martial arts. If you TommyTemper fight a champion and you beat him, but then in your next fight you lose it, then you know, yeah, you did technically win the belt, but you never defended it. If you never defend the belt, you're looked at as a lesser champion.
Definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No argument there.
That's how we see it in the mixed martial arts. I was away from boxing for a while. I don't know, but you're agreeing with me. That's definitely a hardcore rule in mixed martial arts. If you fail to successfully defend your belt, then you are seen as a lesser champion.
Let me just quickly counter that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so in any sort of mixed martial arts or any sort of martial art discipline, if you consider to be the best in the world, right, until someone beats you, you still have that title. Now you might not be the champion, but you still have that title. But it's not a belt title, if that makes sense. Yeah, okay, I'll counter that. If you are suspended in mixed martial arts because of drug use, you are seen as a tainted fighter. Okay. Tainted, blank, yes. Point blank, period, tainted. And they also, in mixed martial arts, they also have a habit of saying, how long was he doing it for? They got caught that one time, but how long was he doing this? You see what I'm saying? That it casts a shadow over your whole career. That happened to Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva was one of the most. Do you know him, Anderson Silva? Yes, of course. Yeah, he was one of the most beloved champions, and I was a massive fan of his. He was on the juice. Well,
He got caught. He got busted once. Well, actually, forget about the second one. We'll come to. But even after the second, he got busted twice. But forget about the second one. After he got busted once, people just at on his whole career. They said, well, he could have been on it then. He could have on it when he beat this guy. He could have been on it when he beat that guy. He could have been on it when he beat the other guy. Do you see what I'm saying? So his whole career was tainted.
He was a power fighter, though, wasn't he?
No, not really. He was a slight frame guy.
No,
he did generate power
moves. Yeah, it was his kicks, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, his kicks and punches. You can say it was power, but he was a paradox. He was a contradiction in a sense because he was slightly built, slighter build than almost everybody he fought. But he had great. Well, his power came from technique. He wasn't so much he was a power guy. He was just such a technically sharp guy. He was just so technically sharp. So his power came from his speed rather than...
What was he on? Was he on steroids or was he on something else?
Human growth hormone. He was busted for human growth hormone. Okay. Human growth hormone, which is more of a restoration thing rather than an anabolic thing. So it just helps you heal quicker.
Okay. Yep.
It's a healer. It's a healer rather than a steroid, which makes you stronger. It's a healer. So to me, I see
recovery. Yeah.
I see it's more. I see human growth. If someone gets busted for human growth hormone, and that's all they get busted for, I see that as a lesser charge than getting busted for steroids.
Fair enough.
Because human growth hormone isn't really to make you stronger. It's to help you recover. So you've done all the work. With steroids, you have help doing the work. But with human growth hormone, you do all the work, but you get an assistance with recovery. So I see human growth hormone as a lesser crime than steroids.
What about something like EPO?
EPO, that's a major crime because that just fills you with more red blood cells. You just can do more for longer. So you may as well be doing steroids. But EPO to me is on the same category as steroids. Same level. Human growth hormone, more recovery. It does have some other benefits, of course, which you can move it towards the steroidal compounds, but it's more for recovery. I didn't know Messi was on human growth hormone. Aaron Mason said, why does Messi get a pass for being on human growth hormone? I didn't know that Messi, well, I don't follow football anymore, so I wouldn't know. But I didn't know that he was allegedly on.
Maybe Messi wants to get taller.
Maybe he does. Aaron, what's his name? Jordan Baker. No, that's unacceptable, my friend. You can't say somebody's on something that they haven't been proven to be on. You just said AJ's on human growth hormone. Has he ever been busted for human growth hormone? No. So you can't accuse somebody of being on something categorically when they've never been busted for it. That's pure speculation and possibly defamation of character. Vladimir Klitschko, throughout his large part of his career, people often said he was on steroids. But was he ever busted for steroids?
Oh, I definitely believe he was on steroids.
Well, a lot of people do. But the question is, was he ever busted? He wasn't. He wasn't busted. Aaron Mason said he was getting it since he was 13. Wow, that's mad. That is mad. Utterly mad. Yeah, so TommyTemper, we both delivered our closing arguments. And just in case anyone wasn't here at the time when we delivered, we have just had a debate. Probably, what is it? It's now bloody 12 o'clock. It's now midnight. What time do we start? 9? Okay. So we've now had a debate about Tyson Fury's legitimacy or lack thereof of being lineal champion. We had a vote. Dynamo. Listen to this guy, Dynamo. AJ is confirmed and documented to be on therapeutic use exemption. Dynamo. Please substantiate your statement. You say he's confirmed. Confirmed by who?
Dylan White.
Yeah. Confirmed by who? Who has confirmed that which governing body or agency? Even my phone's running out of battery. Agency. Which official body has confirmed that Anthony Joshua is on therapeutic use exemption? Has a therapeutic use exemption.
Joseph Parker said it as well at some point.
Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker lives in New Zealand. Joseph Parker lives in New Zealand, but
what are you saying about New Zealand?
But yet he has access to AJ's medical records in London. Interesting. Interesting. Who's to say Joseph Parker isn't on something?
Oh, I think everybody's on something rough.
Who's to say Joseph Parker isn't on something? You see what I'm saying? So these people slinging rocks. How often does Joseph Parker get tested down in New Zealand? Who's in charge of testing in New Zealand? You see what I'm saying, TommyTemper?
Well, I mean, I'll say this about AJ. If he is on anything, he should be smart enough to pick EPO over testosterone next time.
Next time.
Next fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, testosterone, people talk about testosterone like it's a great thing, but I mean, I've studied the area for a long time, and testosterone comes with its downfalls. I would not recommend, if I were a doctor with the knowledge I have on the topic matter, I would not be recommending testosterone because of its negative. There are negatives to there's yin and yangs to everything, and there are negatives to testosterone. In minute, even in small doses, there are negatives.
What are the negatives in microdosing?
Oh, the negatives of testosterone is that your body's own natural production of testosterone, i.e. via the testes, shuts down.
Yep.
Why would you want to take anything that would shut down your body's own natural production of testosterone? That's the last thing in the world you should be thinking about doing.
Isn't there a threshold in terms of duration where if you don't go on too long, you don't trigger that?
Yes, but there's also different levels of susceptibility in different people.
Yes.
So I could take double what you take, come off it with HCG, which is recovery, triggers your body's delivery of testosterone again. I could take that and I could be fine. And double it, you could take it and be stuffed. And then you have to be on testosterone for the rest of your life.
Yeah, TRT.
Yeah, TRT for the rest of your life. Taking 2 jabs a week for the rest of your life, injections. So there are other compounds, my friend. Other compounds, that you can microdose on. So this testosterone thing, it's exaggerated, my friend. It's exaggerated. There are yins and yangs to everything. So, in conclusion, for the last and final time, I will give for the people who've just come in here, I will give my closing arguments as to Aaron Mason just said fuzzy pissing PMSL. Now I'm curious what he said. Aaron, you're the man. If you know more about AJ than anyone in the boxing world. Oh my gosh. Okay. Maybe an ped, maybe an anti-anxiety pill before the
Oh, I wonder, are they on the banned list?
Oh my, yeah, probably would be. Probably just need let the man have a little toke. Let him just have a little cough, little couple of puffs of the good stuff.
But not too many.
No, just one puff. Just one puff and you walk out smiling. Just one solitary puff of the devil's lettuce. let the man have one solitary. Oh my God, still live. Yeah, it's madness. It's madness up in here. Absolute madness. Somebody just took away their like. We're on 30.
Oh.
We're on 31, and it went to 30. How rude.
Is that when you start talking about the devil's lettuce?
The devil's lettuce. I better start talking about devil's lettuce. We just lost We just lost a supporter. Yeah, just one puff of the devil's lettuce, the purple sticky. Just one. Oh, they've given it back again. Oh, somebody else has come back and counteracted. Or maybe somebody is wondering, oh, somebody else has counteracted. Two people have counteracted, or maybe the first person who took it away was just saying, I wonder what would happen if I click this again. If I click this again. Yeah, so just let AJ just have one puff of the purple haze. One puff of the devil's lettuce. Just one. Just one before he walks out.
And that would have cured his concussion.
That would have cured. Hey, I wonder if it cures concussion. I wonder if that stuff cures concussion. Or maybe just forget. Or maybe it makes you forget that you were concussed. Maybe it makes you forget that you was concussed in the first place. Boom, brand new man. Walk out with it. Somebody else has just supported us. Somebody else has just hit that like button. That's because we're in overtime. This is ridiculous. I never thought we could go this long. This is outrageous. Yes, Heinrich Schmitz. OMG, still live. Yeah, where did you go? There's some people who've been live with us all. Bloody hell. That was a quick 10 minutes, Jordan Baker. He's back. He needs to stop puffing Master Eddie's room. I should time you out for that, Jordan Baker. But because you made me laugh, and it's the end of the show, I will be merciful unto you. Not that you deserve it. Not that you deserve it. Hit that like button, says Heinrich Schmitz. Yes. 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 I was actually tired before I came on, and now I'm okay. Now I'm wide awake. This is ridiculous. This is redunculous. Okay, so what about WWF World Title for Tommy? I don't get the joke. What is the joke there? Do you get it?
Me and who was it?
Fuzzy talking about it.
Fozzy, but he was talking about AJ having 4 belts, and I was like, really, the IBO?
Yeah.
So we were going back and forth.
Oh, okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean, I have go on then. I have a stupid question, says Heinrich. So go ahead, Heinrich Schmidt, with your stupid question. And while you're writing the stupid question, Heinrich Schmidt, there was this guy, Heinrich Schmidt. Which of the belts is the most important? Oh, bloody hell. That's another show, Heinrich. That's not a stupid question. That's a good question. People say the WBC is the most prestigious belt because, when you look back in history, you then goes on to say the IBF, the IBFO, the WBO. You missed out the WBA and the WBO. I believe the WBA. I wouldn't want to speak on this without doing a thorough investigation, but from my own memory or belief,
1962.
I believe the WBA is the oldest. Is anyone contradicting me on that?
The WBA, as in the organization,
right,
came around 1962, and they were previously known as the NBA, and then the WBC had their first champion in 1964.
Okay.
But the WBA is older as an organization than the WBC by 2 years.
Okay, so the WBA is the oldest. The WBC is often considered the most prestigious belt because many, could I say, prestigious champions.
But the thing with that, Raphie, is the WBA wasn't considered at the time of, say, Muhammad Ali to be the belt. The WBC was, and I won't get into the reasons of why or what, but Muhammad Ali held the WBA as well.
Yes,
so did a lot of other people.
Yes, he did. There is a perception that the WBC is more prestigious somehow because many prestigious champions have held the WBC belt, but the WBA belt meant those same champions who held the WBC belt, many of whom held the WBA belt also. So there's a perception, which is what's better, a Rolls Royce or a Bentley? Surely that's a matter of individual taste, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
but I would argue that it's not necessarily the belt that you hold; it's the person you beat to get the belt.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's the person you beat to get the belt. The belt is secondary to the prestige level of the person you beat to get that belt. Absolutely.
So if
Now-
Fury gets a gift of a WBO crack at Tom Schwartz, I won't rate it until he defends it against someone
Reputable.
Yes, basically.
And what do you think of the chances that the WBO belt will be on the line for Fury v. Schwartz?
I don't see it. Is that fight this weekend?
Yeah.
No, I don't see it happening because if the WBA do or WBO, is it WBO?
WBO.
If they do that,
Mm.
that's going to be some shady shit, and it's going to basically it's going to taint
Of course.
that belt
Of course.
for Fury.
Of course. First of all, for that to have happened, they would have had to have announced that sometime prior to make it reputable. There would have had to have been a discussion. There would have had to be this public discussion of the Fuzzy said 0. Exactly. There would have had to be a public discussion. There would have had to be a prepping of the public that, yeah, this fight is for this belt. So there would have had to be a whole process. That process has not taken place. So it would be a mockery. If that were to happen, it would be a mockery. And the chances of it happening, I'll put that as not 0, because anything is possible, but no more than 1%. Very close to 0.
But it's worrying when you think about it because the WBO have tight connections
Frank Warren.
and with Bob Arum as well. Don't forget Manny was WBO champion for a long time.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So it is possible. The likelihood I would put at 1%. And if it did happen, that would be highly disreputable.
It'd be a sham.
It would be a complete and utter sham. That's right. I said it. Sham. We did use that word here on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, the live boxing talk with Raphie. It's the first time we've used that word on live boxing talk with Raphie. And with that, my good friend Tommy Temper, I think we've come to the end of the show.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Is there anything else you care to add before I do the final roll call?
No, I think I've said what I need to say.
Okay. And let's remember, Tommy, that you were on the losing side of the argument. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. By 1 point.
Yeah. You said you want to make another point?
But I lost by 1 point. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I got you.
1 point.
1 point. Heinrich Schmidt says something rather disturbing. He says, damn, did you see that hot boxer? Oh, Michaela. I thought you said Michael, Heinrich. I thought you said Michael. It says Michaela Mayher. Yeah, it's a female. It's a female boxer. You should call boxerettes or something. Female should be called boxerettes, surely. TommyTemper's disappeared. Okay, so final roll call. This has been crazy. We've gone for 3.5 hours. Utter madness. Although I've seen people do longer ones. Kind of outrageously crazy. So it's the PED. Final roll call. Anybody in here who has not smashed that like button already, please kindly do so. And it's the final roll call. And it's the PED. It's the Aaron Mason. It's the Tommy Temper. It's the Pablo Diablo. It's the Fuzzy. It has been fun and educational, hopefully. It's the Heinrich Schmitz. No, I didn't see Michaela, but I'll certainly look her up now you've mentioned her. It's the Aaron Mason. It's the Pablo Diablo. It's the Donovan Williams. The WBA is the oldest, indeed. WBC most famous. Both corrupt. Look at the champion rather than the belt. Indeed, Donovan Williams. Good to have you in here. I hope everybody in the chat has smashed that like button, and I hope everybody who is watching silently have also smashed that like button. Where are we going? We're scrolling up, we're scrolling up, we're scrolling on, we're strolling on. Jordan Baker from the USA. Where are we? Where are we? We're scrolling up. Dynamo didn't come back with his unfounded allegation. He made an allegation and then hopped on out of here.
He's probably still on Google looking for it.
He's still doing a Google search. Red Glove Militant. Was in the house. Padre al-Baghdadi was in the house. Who else looking for someone I haven't mentioned already? Looking for someone I have not mentioned already. Looking for a name. Johnny Blaze 33. Unbiased or biased boxing talk. Who else we got? Who is it? Who is it? Loma King. Who else we got? Who has not been mentioned? Oh yeah, H Money came in late. H Money, come in more promptly next time, the Friday, and post up your email. John Dealey, he's got a 6 a.m. start. He had to dip out. Great that you made it. Hell of a lot of people were in this chat. Get This Smoke was in the building. Okay, folks, and with that, all I can say is thank you for joining in. Just dusters who don't smash. For real. Thank you for joining in. It was a pleasure. Pablo Diablo. It was a pleasure, one and all my whole monitors. Hold on, where's Leighton Evelyn? Leighton Evelyn, was he in here? Leighton Evelyn was missing. Thank you to the whole monitors. Thank you to the chat, the squadron members, new visitors, and the old alike. It has been a pleasure to have your company for live boxing talk. Hold on, where's my face? Where's my face? My other face. Where's my other face gone? Oh, there it is. There I am. It has been a pleasure having your company tonight for live boxing talk with Raphie. We're on 22. And I pretty much think we almost got to all of the topics. That's highly unusual. Whatever I missed this time, I'll get to the next time. But in the meantime, it's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. It's live boxing talk with Raphie 22. It's peace. And I'm out.
Peace out.
Peace out from Tommy. Any final words, Tommy? Oh, Tommy's gone now. Forgot Tommy was still there. So it's peace out from me and it's peace out from him. And we are out.